There we go. Fucking hate this cocksucker. Fuck you.
Hello out there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps, and the players bump, and the fans all go insane.
Holy
Someone
shit,
roars,
guys.
Bobby scores at the good old hockey
Hey,
game.
George.
Oh, the good old hockey game.
Hey, Midnight.
You can name, and the best game
How's
you
it
can
going with
name.
both of you?
It's the good old hockey game. Second period, where players dash with skates aflash. The home team trails behind, but they grab the puck and go bursting up, and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees. They travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside. It's a 1-1 hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game.
Wow, that's most of us, George.
You can name is the good old hockey game. Third period, last game in the playoffs, too. Oh, take me where the hockey players face off down the rink, and the Stanley Cup is all filled up for the champs who win the drink. Now the final flick of a hockey stick and a one gigantic scream. The puck is in, the home team wins the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
Little Becky Jevitz has just put Ken and Barbie away in the dollhouse. Let's look in on them and see what they're doing.
Everybody talks about their job, right?
Yeah.
My fucking job.
My fucking job is driving me crazy, boy.
I hate my work.
I don't give a fuck if a million people are at work. I hate my fucking job, you know?
Why is my occupation?
Fuck.
Fuck away from these.
Oh, fucking years, I wish I could win the fucking lottery, you know that?
Yeah, the lottery, you know.
You know what I'd do if I won the fucking lottery? You know what I'd do? First fucking thing I'd do is I'd walk up to the boss's office and I'd kick that fucking door right in. I wouldn't even knock. And I'd walk in, I'd grab him by that yellow $30 tie that he wears to work every single day. And I'd pull it up really close to my face and say, "You can take a long herd, suck on my arse." And that goes to that milky fucking wife of yours, too.
I'm trying to find his job, his keister.
Yeah. Actually, you got a better chance of getting rectal cancer than you have of winning a lottery, right? So,
Last Lotto Canada, they sold 4 million tickets at $10 a crack. They computed the odds.
Hi, Susie.
no, you'll get hit with a Soviet satellite sooner than you'll win the lottery, right? Actually, the fast money always screws up the family anyway. If one guy wins $1 million, all the aunts and uncles and cousins, they all cheap cunt. $10,000 is all he gave us. And with $1 million fucking dollars over there, too.
All he hit for his mother when she was 6.
Yeah, fucking arsehole, the cheap pricks, you know. And of course, you know, they always keep the same job. They, oh no, I'll be back shoveling shit just like I was yesterday, you know.
Same arsehole I always do.
Oh yeah, I'm just an arsehole with $1 million now. You know? That's right.
It's time for Leave It to Elvis. Groovy groove.
Yeah,
Shit, I'm losing it.
so here's some of the contracts that,
Oh, shit, get it to the colonel. He'll look at that shit.
No, but you
I don't
gotta-
look at it. Fuck it. I don't look at that shit.
well, your daddy says that you've got to sign some of these things before we...
Tell Daddy to fuck off.
Okay.
Listen, do you know if there's any of that Cherry Crescent tarts with a creamy orange butterscotch sauce left?
No, you ate that.
Mix me up a little cocktail. I like it out of Valium and attenuated codeine, okay? With a side order of Demerol.
Well, you just had that.
I just had it.
Yeah, about 15 minutes ago.
Shit, what did we do that for? I don't remember it. Look at that peanut butter fudge ice cream bars that we had there. There's about 14 of them in the fridge this morning.
That's what
I checked and there's all there's is sticks. Shit.
You know, I was
I'm
out.
gonna die for Christ's sake.
I
I'm
know.
going on tour in 2 weeks.
Yes, you got to start watching your weight.
I know that, for Jesus.
You got to take
Well,
some.
give me some hydrochloride and some Ritalin. And some cocaine.
You already had that. You've had that this morning.
Like the whole prescription
When
for
you
the whole day?
when you woke up, I gave you your packet, and that's what you had. I just saw your
You need
daddy.
a holiday strawberry log with a South American baked bananas there?
No, I'm afraid you ate that too. Me and Lamar are going to take a little run downtown. We're wondering if you might need anything at the.
Can you give me up some crescent rum, butterscotch pecan turnovers at the corner?
You just had. I just brought you a bag of those about an hour ago.
What, the crescent rum, Bobbers?
Yes, you just had those. That's why you're probably thinking of them.
Oh, I'll go to the kitchen and maybe get cook the farm up and mix the corn flour and buttermilk and what? Jesus. That'll be enough of that shit.
You can't be firing the gun on the house.
Oh, Jesus, that Goulet every time he forgot the words to the national anthem. I hate him. Listen, give me that saucy apple double mincemeat rum tree that the cook I made as a surprise yesterday afternoon. That blonde that I was talking about 5 minutes ago, she's still in the pool. Maybe I'll go to fuck her.
Well, you ate her. Well, nothing up with the shoes.
Holy shit.
She was
embarrassed me. I was talking to her head over against the wall there, and she was looking down. What the fuck that was?
Well, your dick was out again.
What, you mean the whole time I was talking to her, my dick was out?
You came out of the John and your dick was out.
Jesus, what do you let me have my dick out for? Christ's sakes, I'm making me be obscene in front of blinds. Jesus, I hate that shit.
Well, I told you 4 times there, you need to put your dick back in.
Well, just give me some bifenamine, some Percodan, some Paloxidil, some Dexedrine, and some Dilaudid. I'll have a sandwich.
Well, the doctor just left, and he gave you that just before you left. So you must still have it, or you did it.
Shit. Well, listen, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Don't bother me for a few hours. I'm going to do some reading.
Okay, I'll check on you later.
Yeah, shit. I'm losing it. Oh, we grew.
Oh, what the hell?
Damn right it was. That cop. Eric fucking so good he makes me fart. Me too, goddamn. I think I touched cloth on that one. You goddamn near splashed me. We got her going now. We got her going. Here's a little lady who sucked her way to the goddamn top and made no bones about it. In fact, she goddamn near sucked Canaan to dry. I'm talking Tanya Taddy. And folks, she's teamed up with the Italian Palomino. Hey, there's a guy, he's on goddamn horse. The rigatoni kid, Tony Pepperoni. And here they are with their new one, I'll break your pretty neck.
You're such a beautiful girl, you take my breath away. Girls like you don't come round every day. But if by chance you drop your pants on the cheese side of town, I'm not the jealous type back today. I'll break your pretty neck. I'll kick that gorgeous grip off. I'll rip those savages back from your head. I'll put that beautiful ass. I'll clap that turned up nose of yours. When it comes to me, baby, you serve the best.
What the hell? Oh.
Keep it over there, Lord. Keep
ready for you, Billy. Bless you, George. Do we have a generous crowd tonight? My, you look as busy as a bee. I've got the legs run right off me. There's about 50 or 60,000 people out there, and the Pope is out there as well. Paul is out there tonight? Sitting right in the front row, stage left, with a big pointy hat. I wonder what he's doing here. Well, never mind. Never mind that, Billy. Let's just move right out towards the stage. Well, they say that mocking's catching. Come on, Billy, let's get the show on the road. Patience, my child. Keep them over there, Lord. Keep them over there. Famine and diseases, keep them over there. The Bible says Jesus was just a guy. We see in the inspiring words, verse 7, chapter 3, Jesus chokes at dinner, or Peter slaps the back of Jesus. And so it was that the 12 were sitting around a large table with Jesus at the head. And Jesus turned to Peter with tears in his eyes and said, and Peter said, what? And Matthew, who was sitting on the left hand of Jesus, spoke, I think Jesus is choking on a piece of meat. And Peter began to slap Jesus on the back vigorously, crying, puke it up, puke it up. And Jesus puked in front of his disciples, none of whom felt hungry thereafter. Jesus had the measles, Jesus had the flu, Jesus had a cold sore, he was just like you. From this, we see why that event is called the Last Supper. If we need further proof that Jesus had his ups and downs, we can turn to verse 2, chapter 4. Jesus is ignored by Peter, and Jesus said unto them, I am the bread of life, for without me there is no salvation. And Peter turned to Jesus and said, I am sorry, man, I wasn't listening. What did you say? And Jesus said, skip it, it wasn't important. So Peter said, oh. And all that night, Jesus sulked in the corner and would not talk to anyone, not even the chicks. Jesus had his good days, Jesus had his bad. Mary was his mother, Joseph was his dad. You know, my friends, when I was going to Bible school, we were taught that Jesus hung around with gamblers, prostitutes, and card sharks. See verse 8, chapter 20. Jesus loses his pot. And so it came to pass that all who were around the table dropped out, leaving only Jesus and Peter playing. And Jesus turned to Peter, who had just bet 20 drachmas, and said, I see your 20 drachmas and come. What have you got? And Peter said, 4 aces. Count them, Jesus, and none of your goddamn miracles. As you can see, it's all there in the Holy Bible if we will just look. Yes, my friend, Jesus was just a guy. Here in the beautiful and sacred cesspool of Tomorrow Today, thousands of people have gathered to hear the inspiring words of Billy Evangelist as he preaches from the new, the latest, up-to-date, no-shit version of the gospel according to better reality. With us today, the 693-voice Holy Birthday Sweaters of Los Angeles Choir, the Singing Country and Western Faith Testimonial Family, and the 4 men of the deeply religious Emphasemas. And, of course, Billy Evangelist with his sermon for today, Jesus was just a guy. But first, the message that could change your life today.
It felt like molten lava flowing over my skin all day, all night.
Shingles doesn't care. It didn't care about her. It won't care about you. If you're 50 or older, ask your doctor about preventing shingles with Shingrix.
Yeah, let me tell you the story about Muktuk Annie, who came south to go to school. with a see-through blouse and sealskin mini. Old Annie sure looked cool. She blew into Montreal in the early fall like nothing they'd ever seen. With long black hair and reindeer underwear, she weighed about 216. She came a long, long way from Frobisher Bay. People, don't you know now what I mean? She had the boys all crying on the distant early warning line. Old McTuckany could really make the scene. Well, she told her teacher that she wanted to dance, said she wanted to study ballet, but she was 4'6" with her mucklucks off, and I heard her teacher say, "No, I ain't saying any that you can't dance. No, I wouldn't want to tell you that. But I got a form here signed in triplicate, says you got to learn to drive a cat." She says, "I don't want to learn to cook or sew, build boats, or drive no cat. 'Cause I came south to learn to sing and dance and groovy like that. 'Cause I was Miss Baffin Island Beauty Queen for 1974. And I spent a whole weekend in Grease Fjord with the boys beating down the door." She came a long, long way from Frobisher Bay. People, don't you know now what I mean? She had the boys all crying on the distant early warning line. Old McTuckany could really make the scene. Well, she said, "Thank you for your trouble, sir, but I'll make it on my own." And the word spread through the north like wildfire. Big Annie's coming home. She got off of the plane with a record player, ballet slippers on her toes, and she opened up a little groovy club where everybody comes and goes. She got old Stompin' Tom on the record player, and she serves good booze and grub. And the folks around Baffin Island figure it's better than any old Playboy club. You can drink tea, beer, and antifreeze till you fall right off of your feet. And there's seal flippers and potato chips when you feel like something to eat. She come a long, long way from Frobisher Bay. People, don't you know now what I mean? She had the boys all crying on the distant early warning line. Old McTuckany could really make the scene. Well, she packs that joint almost every night, and folks come from miles around. And every night about 10 o'clock, all the house lights are turned way down. And suddenly, she's on the stage wearing that toothless grin. Short, fat Annie, the goddess of love, and she's gonna do her dance of sin. Well, she jumps and shouts and huffs and puffs and does a little bump and grind. And all she's wearing is them ptarmigan feathers Scotch tape for her behind. Well, she made about $100 grand last year, which wasn't too bad at all, and decided to take a little holiday, so she flew down to Montreal. It seems she ran into her teacher there, you know, the one that she met before, and she gave him a job tending the bar and taking tickets at her nightclub door. She come a long, long way from Frobisher Bay. People, don't you know now what I mean? She had the boys all crying on the distant early warning line. Old McTuckany could really make the scene. Let me tell you now, McTuckany could really make the scene. Let me tell you now, McTuckany could really make the scene.
CTV Mondays have a whole lot of heart, are squeaky clean, and have the human touch. Well done, Dr. Murphy. Children ruin everything. Bob Hart's at...
Four men in a rock and roll band, five back in the morning when they fly back till we're satisfied. See the morning from the other side, and when you close.
What the fuck? It was my fault. I know what the fuck, but what the hell? How did I get from there to there?
Your eyes, sleep comes first when you fly the universe. Well, you need some rest, yeah, you need some rest. Ooh, we like the big wide spaces. Yeah, we like to see your faces. Time is just a rubber band. Time is at our command. And when we look out, we see again. We see much closer and we feel so near, yeah. Feel so near.
Terrible. What was that? I wonder. Oh, just thinking. Hi, Cheryl. Noticing that Susie is midnight. I know I did. Tell Susie it's warm, sunny. Probably 3 or 4 above. It's a good thing there's no snow. Yeah. I should check and see what it is here. It's 5 degrees. Feels like 1 because of the frickin' wind. We're good until next Sunday, and then we're back into the negative. But it's gonna snow for 2-3 days. Not much. 7-8 inches. There's 2 inches. 4 inches or 6 inches. You know, yesterday, or maybe it was the day before, but I went and got some plywood to put up, covering a hole in my trailer skirt. Took it back there, but didn't go back and hammer it in yet. And I better do that before it fucking gets cold. But I got 3-4 more days yet. I'm not. Maybe I'll do it when I come back from downtown on Thursday. Because I gotta get all dressed up to go outside anyways. And Susie, in case you haven't noticed so far, but
anytime you're feeling lonely, little son. We're sitting here with Mr. Frankie Fontaine, the king of genital rock, and
this is all Canadian.
Tour.
And Frankie, you've had so much success.
Yes, I have, Heaton, and I'm planning on having a whole lot more.
Well, why don't you get those genitals in tune and rip one out for us?
Matter of fact, I'll rip off a couple for you. There's a couple of my bigger ones, Heaton.
I got no objections to a French kiss under a starlit Paris sky. I got no objection to making memories, even though you're sucking some other guy. And that ain't right. But since you lost your hands at the factory, you can't get me off no more. Seems the honeymoon's over. Your hooks fell on the floor, and keep those rusty hooks away from me. You almost ripped it off.
In case you don't know, this is Bert Cummings singing right there.
Baby, baby, keep those rusty hooks away, or else you'll rip it off today.
Another big one from a couple of years back.
I fell in love with a lovely Jewish girl. Ooh, her folks
Probably around 40 years old.
never circumcised. Oh, what can I say when my baby smiles and says hello? I know that the skin will be the first to go. Oh yeah, the skin is gonna be the first to go.
It was done in the late 80s, early 90s, I think, because I've got other stuff with them playing together.
Oh yeah, the skin, get that skin on.
Why people are choosing this $139 drone over established drone brands. There's a tiny Canadian drone company that made a groundbreaking new drone, and it's taking the quadcopter market by storm.
Seeing as you like these guys so much, I ought to play another one for you.
Oh, damn, that's a sad song. That goddamn song that broke my heart.
God damn.
Well, folks, this ain't paying the goddamn bills. We're going to take a short break to blow the goddamn snot out of our noses. And meanwhile, here's a message from the good folks at Dog Pound.
And after that, the goddamn legend.
Goddamn right. Suffering Jesus, do I really have to say this? Okay, here goes. Friends, have you ever watched your dog vomit on the floor and then nose amongst the contents and search those undigested morsels? Stay, Jingles, stay. Friends, is your dog the snick of the appetite? Stay. Keeping you awake at night wondering what to serve him? Here's a new, stay, Jingles, stay. Here's a new snack. Jingles, here's a new snack. Jingles, here's a new snack. Gee. Stay, Jingles. Stay. Stay, Jingles. Stay. Stay. Now stay. Friends, have you ever watched your dog vomit on the floor? then nose amongst the contents in search of an undigested morsel? Friends, is your dog's persnickety appetite keeping you awake at night wondering just what to serve him? Well, here's a new snack. It's so tasty, it'll have your dog smacking his chops and saying, good. Yes, friends, it's dog bone. Moist, tender chunks of pre-digested sirloin, selected vegetables, and a smattering of saliva. Scrumptiously delicious. Snacks a mouthful, folks. Each portion of dog bomb is wrapped separately in cellophane and contains its own vial of sulfuric acid. Just add the acid and soon your dog's breakfast is going to be swimming in a sea of steaming soup. So friends, the next time you're at your grocer's, ask for dog bomb. And remember, folks, if it's not regurgitated, it's not dog bomb. Now stay, Jingles. Fucking stay, Jingles. Stay.
Oh, I've been to this bar. The song is called Elvis at the Dawson, and that was the Dawson Motel in Dawson Creek, BC.
I got some workbooks that never been used. I got substance abuse. I got the big bad scar for a wife. Yeah, I'm a velvet painting that's come to life. No, I'm Elvis down at the Dawson, and my friends all they think I'm awesome. I turn into the king when I get up and sing. Oh, I'm Elvis down at the Dawson. I got sideburns just like the king, and I'll drink most anything. I got ulcers and a swollen nose. I got cowboy boots and saggy clothes. And oh, I'm Elvis down at the Dawson, and my friends all they think I'm awesome. I turn into the king when I get up and sing. And oh, I'm Elvis down at the Dawson. Just in the bar, I also drink in my old Wake her up every morning with the six. Yeah, I'm a personal friend of weeks and six. And oh, I'm Elvis down at the Dawson. And my friends all, they all think I'm awesome. I turn into the king, and I get up and sing. And oh, I'm Elvis down at the Dawson. And oh, I'm Elvis down at the Dawson.
I don't sing in front of anybody, rarely even myself, Cheryl. I tried it
Like
yesterday.
vibing to the hottest songs? Well, now with YouTube Premium's background
Fuck
play, you
YouTube.
can keep watching music videos, even while texting your hubby. Get YouTube Premium. All YouTube, no
Fuck
interruptions.
YouTube. Bunch of cocksuckers. Oh, let's not play that one. Oh, here's a good one. You girls might not
Liquor
think
and
so,
horse,
but
take two. Liquor and horse, liquor and horse. Cigarettes and dope and mustard and bologna, liquor and horse. When I was down, drinking at the Legion.
yeah,
I met a girl, she was nice, she was pretty and pleasing. She said, hey boy, we should do some marrying. And I said, sure, but before we do, there's something that you should know. I like liquor and horse, liquor and horse. Cigarettes and dope and mustard and bologna, liquor and horse. And one night, down at the Legion, she walked in like drunk on gin, dancing with a lady friend. And she said, hey boy, you better fly the fuck home. I said no, 'cause 5 little words could have swore I said to you.
oh no, son of a bitch. Fucking thing. Well, I guess I better find another good one. I don't know if I got any more. Oh, how's this one?
Okay, Good Day is Christmas part of the album, and you can play this at your Christmas parties or to yourself on Christmas Eve if there's nothing else to do.
Good Day, eh?
Yeah.
In case you thought like I wasn't on this part.
Oh, I guarantee you'd be on. Okay, so Good Day, this is the Christmas part, and we're going to tell you what to get your true love for Christmas.
Look out the window.
Where?
I've got it.
What are you doing?
No.
What? Oh, it's a great way north.
It goes off whenever it wants to, Susie.
Poser, here's the quiz. Quiz for Doc.
Okay, I have my thinking toque on.
Yeah, right. What are the 12 days of Christmas? Just figure it out, right? Christmas is when?
The 25th.
Right, and what's the 24th? Christmas Eve, right? So that's
two.
2. And then what's after that? Boxing
Wrestling Day.
No, get
Boxing
out.
Day, yeah.
That's 3.
I knew
Then
it.
what's after that? Nothing.
New Year's.
4. And what's
New Year's Eve.
5?
Okay.
Where do you get 12?
There's 2 Saturdays and Sundays in there. That's 4. That's 9. And 3 other days, which I believe are the mystery days.
Okay, now, this is our Christmas song, in case you don't know what to get somebody for Christmas.
There's lots of ideas in here, so listen and don't get stuck.
Okay.
By the way, that's me on the organ. You stop.
Okay. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me beer.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtlenecks
and a beer. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer.
So,
Fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 pounds of back bacon,
3 French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer.
in a 3.
12 years of Christmas is the
Fifth day
case.
of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 golden toques,
4 pounds of back bacon,
3 French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer.
in
3. Okay, on the 6th, to go.
Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 packs of 2 for
5 golden toques,
4 pounds of back bacon,
3 French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer in a 3. Okay. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 packs of smoke,
6 packs of
5 golden tubes,
4 pounds of back bacon,
3 French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer in a 3. I keep forgetting.
This should just be the 2 days of Christmas. It's too hard for us. Go home.
Oh, the 8th day when the true love gave to me
8 comic book,
7 packs of smoke, 6 packs of 2 for 5. And a beer. Yeah, that beer is empty. Okay, day 12.
Good day, and welcome to day 12.
Yeah. More than 2, 4 pounds of bacon, 3 French toast, 2 turtlenecks, and a beer in a 3. Album.
So that's our song. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And good day.
Good day, everybody. Happy New Year, too. Okay, you know what you left out? Donuts. I told you to get me donuts. Either on the 9th day or the 10th day or the 11th day. I wanted donuts. But I want...
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Or on the 12th day, you could have gotten me a dozen donuts.
Go on to the
You could have gone down
get some
to
presents.
like the good donut shop where if you buy a dozen, you get another one free. And that would have been 13 for the 13 days of Christmas.
Next Christmas, okay. Chainsaw.
Hey.
Boy, that song is the beauty.
Yeah, I think it ranks up there with Stairway to Heaven.
What?
Some days when we're watching a show, we want things to get moving. Laxaday, available in pharmacy and online.
Lecter and Horse, take 2.
I didn't even have to say take 2.
Lecter and Horse, Lecter and Horse. The cigarettes and dope and mustard and bologna, Lecter and Horse. When I was down, drinking at the Legion, I met a girl. She was nice, she was pretty and pleasing. She said, hey boy, we should do some marriage.
I said sure, but before we do, there's something that you should know. I like liquor and whores, liquor and whores. Secrets and dope and mustard and bologna, liquor and whores. And one night, down at the Legion, she walked in, I was drunk on gin, dancing with a lady friend. And she said, hey boy, you better fly the fuck home. I said no, 'cause 5 little words could have swore I said to you. I like liquor and whores, liquor and whores. Cigarettes and dope and mustard and bologna, liquor and liquor and whores, liquor and whores. Cigarettes and dope and mustard and bologna, liquor and
And from that, we're going to segue into the next song, which is, I would say, with the folk.
Liquor and whores, take 2.
Fuck off. Where is it? There it is.
Pick up truck has a marijuana smell. Used to be a one story that you got it down the hall, some flex for that. All dolled up, and she looking at that. She sings karaoke in the fucking bell. They say, long ass blues, they get a booty and you try to. Family makeup on her open cold door, she's a neighbor on the listen. Trailer crash. Free on the free different dads. One class, one wine, one yes you can. She loves buying Joby, then she's really mad. I could go to Wawa, just a business. Gotta mention how I get to 82. French off the top and a Harley tattoo. She heads to the tavern for a swallow. She looking for a daddy with a big pool. Shake your head, rock that baby. Hey, get a booty and a two-track city. Mary makeup on a rolling cold floor. She keep on flipping, trailer trash. I'll play a while. With her neighbor for some French store. She got knocked up, but she had her reward. She gave them a ticket to a new reward. They all got kissed, they kicked her around. Mark all the cops and they found his glass. Put him up and down the aisle, pretty fast. Now they only see each other through a phone. Long like rivers, they get a booty and a two-cap suit. Never really make up on the road, so she's a big long person. They're on her upper lip and Alex G's hips and a middle finger flipping. Open sword dripping, she's a killer fire.
So, Ernie, have you heard the story of Elvis Many Wounds? I know you're old buddies with him for a long time.
That's my cousin Elvis. He's a good guy. I haven't seen him very often, though.
This is a story of how he came to be.
It was a dark and stormy night in 77 or 8. I was drunk and out of gas and it was late. I found an old motel, it was run down, looked like hell. So I went inside to inquire about the rate. I kicked down the doorway in the hall. The lights were out, I couldn't see at all. And lightning hit the ceiling, and I was overcome by a feeling. And I saw the velvet Elvis on the wall. The Great Spirit laid his hands on me, and I heard the angels sing. Now you must be the king. So I hung that velvet Elvis up in my old blue car to commemorate the moment when I became a star.
Yeah, it's just fucking bullshit, Susie.
That's when I started singing Blue Suede Shoes. Was it the spirit of the king or just the booze? The transition, it was easy. My hair's already black and greasy, and I forgot about my pissed off Indian blues. The Great Spirit laid his hand on me, and I heard the angels sing. Now you must be the king. So I hung that velvet Elvis up in my old blue car, and I drove back to Dawson and started singing in the bar. The Great Spirit laid his hands on me, and I heard the angels sing. Now you must be the king. So I hung that velvet Elvis up in my old blue car, commemorate the moment I became a star.
Okay, boys, I'm very excited. Thanks for doing this.
There's another one
Who's
for you,
got the
Susie.
belly? Take one. You start her off.
Yay, Cheryl.
Somebody say, is you have
great Thanksgiving.
So I looked in my pocket and guess what I found? It's just waiting there to take you to town. I got a 5-finger discount coming your way. I'm a fingerball wizard, I just give you away. You looking for some family work, well don't be alarmed. I got the friggin' tools on the end of my arm. If you feel low, I'll put my peanut in your jelly. Who's got your back, but who's got your belly on? Well, people got milk and people got game. They're both the pressure, but they're not the same. And when my baby gets his belly, she sets me on fire. If the ride is feeling hurts, cause there's air in my tire. When I get your belly, it's to show I care. Six pack, spare tire, fully full of bear. You got some belly work, but don't be alarmed. I got the friggin' tools on the end of my arm. I games and overtime and someone broke the telly. Who's got your back, but who's got your belly on? Take it out.
The Alex Lyson from Rush. Hey, Don!
Well, butter my bud and call me a biscuit. You got a problem and we're gonna fix it. You gotta envelope the tits above the belt with just the right pressure so you don't leak well. None say to follow you follow the trail. If the left one don't get you, then the right one will. Look across the valley, well, don't be alarmed. I got friggin' tools on the end of my arm. Got to taste better now, your kitty's getting smelly. Who's got your back, but who's got your belly? If you're feeling sick, I bet you're feeling welly. No one's got your back, but who's got your belly? You're going for a dart and all that's open is your belly. No one's got your back, but who's got your belly? You might be good at friendly, but you're terrible at spelling. No one's got your back, but who's got your belly? Come on, yeah. Check my resume. You know I got this. Decent. Holy fuck. That sounds just like a real song.
Oh. What Bob?
Caviar comes from the virgin sturgeon, the virgin sturgeon, very fine fish. The virgin sturgeon needs no urgent, that's why caviar is my dish. I gave caviar to my girlfriend, she was a virgin, tried and true. Ever since she held that caviar, there ain't nothing she won't do. Caviar comes from the virgin sturgeon, the very fine fish. The virgin sturgeon needs no urgent, that's why caviar is my dish. I gave caviar to my grandpa, grandpa's age is 93. And next time that I saw grandpa, he chased grandma up a tree. Caviar comes from the virgin sturgeon, the very fine fish. The virgin sturgeon needs no urgent, that's why caviar is my dish. My father was a lighthouse keeper, he had caviar for his tea. He had 3 children by a mermaid, 2 were kippers, 1 was me. Caviar comes from the virgin sturgeon, very fine fish. The virgin sturgeon needs no urgent, that's why caviar is my dish. I gave caviar to my power, all the others looked a god. He had what those bitches wanted, wasn't he a lucky dog? Caviar comes from the virgin sturgeon, the very fine fish. The virgin sturgeon needs no urgent, that's why caviar is my dish. Oysters are prolific, my mouth, and they suck from in their shell. How they griddle is a riddle, but they do them off the hell. Caviar comes from the
virgin surgeon, the virgin surgeon, 25 minutes. The virgin surgeon needs no urging, that's why caviar is my thing. The female clam is optimistic, shoots her head out from the sea. She goes to my ever sugar, it's the same for the she. Caviar, the virgin surgeon, the virgin surgeon, 25 minutes. The virgin surgeon needs no urging, that's why caviar is my Try to keep her head straight. Try to keep her head straight. Try to keep her head straight. Try to keep her head straight.
I like to get high, but my oh my.
Try to keep her head straight.
I called a cab and rode to my place of employment. Walked up to the piano and said hi to the boy. Then I called to the waiter, better send me some of that joy.
Try to keep her head straight. Try to keep her head straight. Try to keep her head straight.
Most such you'll just have to wait. I like to get high, but my oh my.
Try to keep her head straight.
A little later on, about 11 o'clock, I called to the waiter, better bring me up a rock. 'Cause me and those black and white keys were beginning to rock. Let's rock! It's almost last call and the bus just loaded for trouble. I called to the waiter, better make that one a double. That's 5 nights close and sure don't wanna burst this bubble. But I'm just, I got to, know how hard. I like to get high, my oh my. Most I should just have to wait. I like to get high, my oh my. I'm trying to keep my 88.
So far, After 30 days, I've made a total of $45,267.61. This is like a true blessing.
$45,927
Mấy đứa em mắc gì lại đó. Em hơi phát mấy sao đó. Mấy giống á. Hayเป็นการที่ปลาที่เราบอกอ่ะไทยปลาไม่ถึงอย่างที่กันนี่ได้เฮ้แคปเจอร์เลนส์ถึงแล้วไทย Our house had the biggest patio. Our house had all the summer shade. We had patio lanterns. I spent half the night making lemonade, which we drank a lot, 'cause we were all so shy and nervous. Who would be the first to dance? Who would be the first to kiss under this patio lanterns? Those patio lanterns, they were the stars in my sky. Those patio lanterns, lighting up our lives. Those patio lanterns, they were the stars in our sky. Those patio lanterns, lighting up our lives. Patio lanterns. And I was stuck on Joy, that was her name. Didn't talk much, she was a nervous girl. Nervous boy. We stuck together like glue on glue. Into the old song, darling, and it's glue on glue. Heartache on heartache. Who is gonna be the first to dance? Who is gonna be the first to kiss? Patio lanterns. Those patio lanterns, they were the stars in our sky. Those patio lanterns, lighting up our lives. Those patio lanterns, they were the stars in our sky. Those patio lanterns, lighting up our lives. Patio lanterns.
Okay, 5 of you there. 1 of you can come up and talk. It's nice talking to people in chat, but it's nicer to have somebody's face to talk to. And that was a damn fine hour of great comedy and music, I would say. Fuck, maybe I should cut this off. No, I won't need to. Cut it off and fuck off. I could be back in and time to make supper. So, like I said, there's 5 of you out there. Nobody wants to come up. Nobody's even chatting in chat. Well, a little low on the inflation number. And these are all pictures taken in Alberta. Not this one. That ain't last picture. Oh, I gotta get rid of this fucking thing now. Hi, Susie.
Hey, Myron.
There, I got it.
There, see, I actually got it working now.
But is the private chat still right? No, you're live.
Oh, shit, am I?
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. Oh, shit.
What?
I don't want anybody to see my fucking face.
Well, it's too late now. And it's not like we've got a lot of people watching. There's only 5 and you were one of them.
See, but I'm here.
Yes, and thank you for
Yeah.
coming. I'm gonna soak some white widow seeds tonight.
Ooh, nice. There you
Yes.
go.
And hopefully, if I get a lot of plants, some of them will go to seed.
Hey, that'll be great.
Then I'll have lots of seed.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause-
That'll be good for you.
And it didn't cost me anything. Melvin.ca grew a bunch of plants a couple of years ago and let one of them go to seed. And he gave me 20 best, what he figured were his best seeds, and then about another
That's
50.
cool.
Yeah. Well, I thought it really was.
Yeah. Yeah, that is really, really good. Yeah,
And
see, now I'm looking at fucking StreamYard and I'm getting all confused here.
why?
There, I stopped looking. I stopped looking at the damn camera. No, at the whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, this is me. I'm old. Whatever.
Oh, no.
So you know what I look like? Most people now know what I look like. So now I'm gonna hide my face again.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
You betcha.
There. Yeah. See, I can chat in private, but I can't chat in the other one. I know what I have to do.
Which one?
In the
at the bottom
in the other-
chat in StreamYards is where you can post a comment, or in the private, or you go to YouTube. If you post a comment in StreamYards, just a normal comment, it will go over to YouTube. If you do that on YouTube, it will come over here.
Oh, wait a second. So there. There, is that better? Now nobody can see my face.
Here's your freaking name, Melvin.
I just can't see the other chat. That's all. Oh,
Hi, Glenn. How's it going?
oh shit, it's Susie. Hi. Hi,
Evening,
Glenn.
Maureen.
How's it going?
Hello, Susie. Yeah, fine, love. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. Enjoying the weather. It's sunny outside, so.
Is it? Oh, it's dark here in the UK. Dark and
Yeah.
chilly. Dark and chilly. Gonna rain tomorrow for a few hours, but then I reckon the sun's coming out and it's going to warm up a little bit, so it's not bad for this time of year. So can't complain.
Yeah.
There's the sun.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
So whereabouts are you, Susie?
I'm in Alberta.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah. I'm just basically on the eastern side of more east than I'm towards the east side of Canada and the eastern side of Alberta.
Yeah. Nice.
So what? You heard me talking about you and you had to come up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, have a good
Ears must have been burning.
No, well, he watches usually 4 or 5 streams at a time. And then he'll pick one out if he wants to stop in and chat for a bit. I find it hard enough to watch one at a time.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm no good at multitasking. Can't do that.
Well, I'm good. I used to be able to drive, smoke doobies, and drink it all at the same time. That was when I was younger, mind you, but yeah, I could do it all.
Oh, we used to when I was younger. Yeah, knees on the steering wheel, roll a cigarette up, steering with your knees.
I'd be rolling doobies up while driving with my knees. I know you guys don't do that very much over there.
No, not anymore.
But over here, well, fuck, man, I'm 66 and I smoke 30 to 40 joints a day. There's nothing the matter with it except for your government says it's bad.
Mm.
Yeah, it's kind of sucky.
It's healthier than tobacco.
Well, it is too.
You can't get cancer from weed unless you had really shitty growers and they used lots of chemicals. Something like Roundup to finish it all off at once.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, well, it really doesn't matter because everybody's getting Roundup in their porridge anyways. And Roundup is cancer causing.
Yeah.
But
we had a lot of that in the UK quite a few years back with some of the chemicals they were spraying crops with, like corn and wheat, and it was linked to a lot of cases of cancer and that, so that all got banned.
Well, they haven't banned it here yet. They must be fucking paying too big of bribes over here.
Probably.
Well, I don't know. Well, now we have the issue now, I think, with what the hell is it? When the deer who have the chronic wasting disease.
Yeah.
Okay, so they piss and they wherever they are, and yes, they end up infecting the food chain with the prions.
Yeah.
So we're all going to die of dementia sooner or later.
I think the weed is before dementia.
Dementia. Ralph Klein died of dementia.
Who did?
Ralph Klein.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he had dementia. So that was his thing, right?
Yeah. But I really still haven't decided. I'm going to keep myself alive until these two dogs die. And then after that, I don't know how long I'll last. Because I think I'll go off all my pills then. I'm tired. Hey, I've been 12 years straight of intense pain, 24 hours a day, no rest. And I'm really tired of it. I'm taking 3 different kinds of pills to stop me from committing suicide now. And I'm still thinking about that in the future. So what the hell? The pain is pretty bad.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's just fucking, that just happens, right?
Yeah.
Now we all get to that point where we just don't, we're done.
I prefer to decide when I go out, not have people decide.
Yeah.
It's not up to anybody else to keep me alive as a vegetable or, unable to do anything. Fuck, I don't want to live like that.
No, that's the last thing you want. I think that's the last thing anybody wants. You see people in that state where whatever disease they've got is taken over their body and they're just being kept alive by a machine. And you just think that's not a life. They can't move, can't fend for themselves, can't feed themselves, can't do nothing for themselves apart from lay on a bed, be pumped full of drugs, and no, it's not. I'd never want to get to that stage.
Well, when my mom passed away, it was for her. Basically, all we did was make sure she had. It's a little. They put it in their vein or whatever. It's closed off, but it was something that they could have in their arm, and when they got too restless, they could get a shot to relax some more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when she heard me, she was trying to get dressed and trying to go home, right? So that was the saddest thing. But, what are you supposed to do?
That's it. The thing is, it's hard because there's nothing you can do. It's like when my father passed a couple of years back, from a very fit, healthy 80-year-old man. Within 3 months, it deteriorated. Took him to hospital. 2 days later, that was it.
Well, hers was basically, I guess she had got a letter because she went for her test to make sure she was still cancer-free.
Yeah.
And she had got a letter in October stating that she was no longer cancer-free. It had returned.
Bloody hell.
And oh hell yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, it's like when I lost my cousin. She was diagnosed with cancer many years ago, and she fought it and battled it, and she was clear. And everyone was like, "Great, fantastic." And she's about the same, a couple of years older. Oh, well, that's her old. She must be about 6-7 years older than me. So she would have been probably in her early 60s now. And she was fine. She lived a normal life. Then all of a sudden, she was took unwell again, and the cancer returned. But this time, there was nothing they could do.
Yeah. Well, they did the CAT scan to see how far the cancer had got. It was up in her brain, so it was nasty. And I'm like, how fast does this disease progress when it shouldn't progress like that? It shouldn't progress like that. There's no way it should have progressed that fast.
Especially if you've been cleared. If you've been told you're clear. It's gone.
Yep.
It's like my cousin when it came back to my cousin, she declared all clear. Not say she lived a normal life. She went out. She used to do her jogging. She would go and play golf, do her everyday job, and this and that. And all of a sudden, it's about 4 years later, they just said, "No, sorry, it's come back. It's spread so far. There's nothing we can do."
Oh, I know. And you're like, huh? There's no. That's what I'm thinking. There's a bloody conspiracy out there.
Well, I think with what's happened over the last few years, there's a hell of a lot of people, including myself, think there has been a conspiracy over the years with the medical profession that's been really hushed up.
Well, I think there is. They don't want to do shit.
It's already been proven that Rick Simpson oil, if it doesn't cure cancer, it will keep the cancer at bay. Because I've heard of guys that they got cancer and, 15 years later, they're still alive with it, and all they're doing is taking the Rick Simpson oil, CBD, THC oil off of wheat, and it works. A lot of people, from what I've seen, it works, but why isn't big business saying that? Because if they cure cancer, how are they going to be able to make money?
Yep.
That's it. It's like of all these cancer trials, and not just so much for cancer, other diseases, the pharmaceutical companies are making absolutely billions. And if you cure a problem and the problem goes away, your services are no longer required. It's like fixing a leaking tap. The tap can drip, 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 but as soon as you fix it, that's it. The problem's gone away. Never to be seen again. And,
what are you doing, Sharon? Ugh, crazy dog. She's staring at me. Sorry. She's so old she can't see me, but she looks over at me. She's like, Mom, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, she's old though. She's pretty old for her age.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, we had her for good. Yeah, she's a good dog though. The other dog's sleeping. So.
Numbnuts here. He was, I don't know, 6 or 7 years old when I got him, and I've had him for 6 years.
Well, he still looks pretty good for what? He's 13?
Minimum. 13 to 16 is my best guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's, his nose ain't as good. I throw something down on the floor for him, he might not see it. Right.
I know, Sherrod does the same thing.
he does eventually find it.
She does too, but it's like she looks at me though, and it's just it's like her one eye, it's all blue now, and it's like she's just she looks, and then she's like, are you there? She can see a shadow, I think, but
yeah,
maybe.
But it's like, yeah, she's just old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. My uncle, who passed away too just recently, he couldn't walk. He couldn't walk well. Right. So, but I mean, he was like 81 when he passed. So.
Yeah, my dad was 81.
Yeah.
My great-grandfather, I was out in Edmonton for his 100th birthday.
Mm.
He passed away at 101, just shy of his 101st birthday.
Yeah, my dad was 81, but my mum's still going. She's 90. She's 91 next month, and she's still going strong.
Yeah.
Very, very independent. Can't tell her what to do. She won't let anybody tell her what to do, and she just plods on, and we just leave her to it. Just leave her to it. That's why. Why try change her lifestyle now when she's been so used to what she's done all these years? So we just let her plod. Me and my sister, we just let her plod on, and keep with my sister. I live a bit of away from her, but my sister only lives down the road. So my sister pops in, and I ring her sort of a couple of times a week. My sister pops in a couple of times a week, make sure she's all right. But yeah, she's plodding on through. She's got her own little routine. So we just leave her to it.
Yeah.
Just leave her to it. Let her get on with her life, and then she's happy. She'll get up 7 o'clock in the morning. She'll make a little bit of breakfast. She'll trundle down to the paper shop, buy a newspaper, trundle her way back with a little push-along trolley, shuffling her way along. And then she'll sit and read the paper, do the crossword and the puzzles. And then she'll have her lunch bang on 12 o'clock. She'll make herself a sandwich for lunch.
Yeah.
Then she'll tidy up. Then she'll have a snooze for a couple of hours in the afternoon. Then she'll put her dinner on, and bang on 5 o'clock, dinner's on the table ready. And she'll have a dinner. Then she'll wash up after that, settle herself down, take her medication, put the TV on, and she watches her crime drama programs and whatever till bang on 10 o'clock when the program's finished. And that's when she goes to bed, bang at 10 o'clock. So.
Yeah, see, and the issue with my mom, because my mom had a little bit of, so she was on some antidepressants. She was on a lot of medication over the years. But yeah, she stopped taking a lot of the medication. There was, she needed these specific pills to keep her sort of on an even keel.
Yeah.
My daughter found, she found basically all the pills that she had not taken in a pill bottle in her drawer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and my mom was one of those people who would, she would take them when she had to go in to get, to go talk to her psychiatrist. She'd take the medication a couple of days beforehand. This is how sneaky my mom was.
Yeah. So my mum's 90, and all she's got to take, the only tablet she takes is one tablet in the evening before she goes to bed for her blood pressure. Yeah. That's it. That's all she takes.
Yeah.
One little 10 milligram tablet, same what I'm on, because it runs in the family, high blood pressure. But apart from that, she gets a regular sort of, now I think the doctor comes out or a nurse comes out and gives her a once over, gives her like giving your car a service a couple of times a year.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
They come out, check her over, make sure she's all right, and then they're like, yeah, she's fine. They're fine. They said, just leave her. Just she's happy. Don't try and change what she's doing.
Of course not.
I mean, she's had a couple of falls this year, which were a bit scary because getting a phone call from the hospital, oh, we got your mum in hospital, and you're like, oh my bloody good God, what's she done? Oh, she's fell over. And we're like, no. What's she attempting to do now?
That's not good.
All right. I mean, she had a bit of bruising on her knee and her leg, but apart from that, she didn't break anything. Thank God. But yeah, she plods on, and we just let her get on with it. And like the doctor said up the hospital, he says, if you try changing her ways now, you'll ruin everything that she's got.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, you've got to let her get on with it. And he says, and I know you tell her not to go to the shop each morning and pick a paper up, get your sister to go and do it, but she won't. She will get her little push-along trolley out, shopping trolley, and she will shuffle down the road. It's only sort of, I don't know how long, 5-10 minute walk. Well, probably 5 minutes for me, but it's her routine. And the
routine's
doctor said,
important.
Don't take that away from her. I mean, by all means, like my sister rings her up and says, I'm doing an order, a home delivery order from the supermarket. Do you want anything? And my mum would say, can I get some cheese and some ham to save me going out again today? And my sister will order it. And then, because she only lives like 2 minutes down the road, she'll drop it round for her. So she's always got plenty of fresh produce in, but she will each day shuffle down to that paper shop to pick a newspaper up. And I've said a lot when I go over to visit, I say, do you want me to pick a paper up on the way? Oh, no, I've already been out this morning and got it. And I'm like, bloody hell. So.
Well, you got to look at it this way. A lot of people need a purpose. They figure they need a purpose in life. And her purpose is to get up every morning and go and get a paper before anything else happens in the day.
That's it. That's the first thing she does. She'll get up at 7 o'clock. She'll have a little bit of cereal. She'll make a cup of tea. She'll sit down and have that. And then about 8 o'clock, she'll be out with a trolley, down to the shop, get a newspaper, or she might even buy a puzzle book. She likes doing like crosswords and stuff. Then she'll come back and then she'll potter around doing this and that. And
those puzzles are good. Those puzzles are good for the brain.
Yeah, you give my mum a crossword, like in any newspaper, and she will finish it. She will just finish it. But I'll sit there looking at a crossword and going, 8 across. What's that? Nah. 9 down. The definition of, and I'm like, nah. My mum would just sit there, like 10 minutes. Oh, that one's done. And you're like, really?
Yeah, because she's trained herself. She knows
Yeah.
how to do them well.
Mm.
It's like we do the Wordle, all three of us there. My husband and the mom-in-law. We all do the Wordle. It's fun. Mind you, we all try to beat one another, but it never happens.
1 second, I'm just going to pour myself a drink. Oh, dear, oh dear.
Yeah, it's kind of fun though.
Yeah, I play it. I think I did today. Oh, shit.
Oh, dear, dear. What are you going to say?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
I don't think I heard anybody outside. What got you all excited? Hey, what's got you excited?
Oh. Oh. Oh, winter's coming. It's getting chilly. Oh, winter's definitely coming here. It's getting chilly in the evenings and the mornings.
Jason.
I called them to show off.
We've got to be careful how much energy we use in the UK because energy prices have been hiked the last few months through the roof.
Here too.
Ours? I haven't been paying that much.
Well, it's the electricity with the delivery costs. So our electricity bill might be cheap, but it's the
delivery
cost.
Yeah.
We're paying an extra $100 on top of the costs.
Oh, yeah. That way.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, not really. When they first started out, they didn't charge that much on the extra cost, but then you can only raise it up so much, and then they decide, well, we'll just leave it there for a while, and we'll set that as a new low, and then we'll raise up again, and we'll take money that
it's crazy. I don't know how bad it is in Canada for price rises, but the UK recently, it's just in the last year, commodities, food, it's unreal. It's like this time last year, I mean, my trailer I live in, I run all my gas is bottled gas, liquid petroleum gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, propane.
And a 19 kilo of propane gas this time last year was, I think it was about £29 a bottle, 29 UK pounds. I just got one 2 weeks ago. So in a year, it's now £40.
Holy shit.
Oh,
so it's gone up,
man,
so it's gone up,
that's
so it's
expensive.
gone up £11 a bottle in a year.
Yeah, it's happening everywhere. We're seeing that the right, like Trudeau, basically, because he added the extra, what do you call it? The extra tax.
Hey everyone.
The extra, the carbon tax.
Carbon tax.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
bullshit
that's what it
tax.
is.
Hi, Jason.
Hi. Yes, bullshit tax. Go on.
Yeah, the bullshit tax.
It was.
It's not in the UK. They're going about, oh, you drive a diesel car or a petrol car, you're killing the environment, blah, blah, blah. We want to phase out all petrol and diesel cars by 2030 and go all electric. Okay, it's not going to happen because, one, the infrastructure is not there to happen. But if you do go all electric, I mean, there's something like 50-odd million cars on the roads of the UK, which are going to be probably under the age that they've got to be taken off the road by 2030.
But not only that, do you know what? To make electric cars, you need oil.
Yeah, you need oil.
You need to run all the electricity. You're running either you're digging for coal, or you're using natural gas. A lot of them have transferred over to natural gas, their electricity, and their natural gas generators. It's coming. It is again coming from the oil side.
It's all bullshit because
It is.
I watched a documentary.
There, Glenn. Go ahead. I forgot.
It's okay, Myron.
Don't cut Myron off.
I froze solid then. I was like, I'm in trouble here. I've overspoke him. Anyway, I watched a documentary. It must have been about 3-4 years ago. I think it was on Discovery or National Geographic or something like that. I can't remember the exact channel. And it was about the manufacturing process of the batteries for the Toyota Prius.
Yeah.
And it showed you the start to finish process of not the rest of the car, just the battery pack to power this hybrid car, because it's a petrol/electric car. So they've got to mine the ore, and I think they mine the ore in Canada actually.
No, they strip mine, and they dig these huge ass holes everywhere. Like if you go look, I mean, like it's basically for rare earth minerals. They need a shit ton of. They got to dig deep.
Yeah. But it basically shows you the process of mining the ore, shipping it to a port, getting it on a ship, taking it to Southeast Asia, unloading it, shipping it to a factory, refining it, eventually producing these batteries, then shipping these batteries worldwide to all the different assembly plants. And they said at the end of it, the emissions that are used or put into the atmosphere to manufacture one Toyota Prius battery will be more emissions put out than a brand new petrol or diesel engine car will put out in the first 10 years of its life.
Yeah, where do you think they're putting the blades for these wind turbines? They're not doing anything. They're putting them in dumps. They're digging them in fucking holes. Excuse my language, but yeah, they're putting them in holes. The wind turbine blades, when they break, they're done. And you need gear oil to run the turbines.
Yep.
And that's
it. Anything. Yeah, they're going on about zero carbon emissions and stop using oil, but you've got to remember, even if it's an all-electric car, it's got a transmission component that requires lubrication. So you've got to put oil in it.
Yep.
You've got to ship a cruise ship or a freight ship or whatever type of vessel, fishing vessel. That engine and gearbox and transmission needs lubrication. And where does it come from? Oil. So you can't stop bringing oil out the ground, because otherwise machinery and industry, even like where they print your newspapers, a printing press, where they make the paper, all them bearings and everything, car wheel bearings, they've got grease in them. Where does grease come from? Oil, plastics.
And the thing is,
you can make oil. Susie, excuse me. First thing I want to say is, back in the early 80s, and I mean really early 80s, motors that run. Holy fuck. Hi, Jen.
Hi, everybody.
Motors that
Hi,
run off-
Jen.
motors that run off propane.
Propane?
Yeah, they were supposed to be the really big thing back then. Motors that run on propane. But sure didn't turn out that way.
They tried to open it.
It's all just whatever the fucking think they can sell the public to make money.
Hey, Myron.
Ew.
Do you remember the liquid natural the liquid natural gas vehicles that they had a prototype?
Yeah.
No.
A lot of the local councils here in the UK, the bin lorry.
They built them here in Alberta first. The prototype was built here first. And this was in the 80s. because they did the propane, and they did the liquid natural gas.
Yeah, I just seen the propane, but it was so close to. They're so close to the same thing.
Same almost, yeah. Is it Friday yet?
But it's like all the
Hiya,
local
random.
all the local authorities. that-
No, but you should have all. Or that's right. Canada has different holidays than we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our Thanksgiving's coming up Thursday.
Well, you've been working pretty hard, Random. I wouldn't get too upset about it. Go out and throw that frickin' magnet in the water again.
Huh?
She goes out magnet fishing.
Oh, yeah, I know a few people that do that in the UK. I follow quite a few people on YouTube in the UK. Not so much down.
I
Not
never
so much
heard
down
of
the
magnet.
south of the country.
So what's
Up in the
magnet
Midlands,
fishing
like
now?
the old industrial areas of the UK, where we got a lot of canals, which were used to transport the goods. Hundreds of years ago, the canals were dug. They're now used for pleasure boats. But you get a lot of guys, especially like in the Midlands, where there's a lot of where the industrial revolution started in the UK, around Birmingham, Coventry, Manchester. And they magnet fish all the ship canals. And the stuff they pull out of them is unreal. And a lot of it's scrap. Scrap metal, like where stuff's just been dumped in these canals.
Yeah. People
Every now and then they find something decent, but a lot of the time they're finding firearms and stuff. Because firearms are illegal on the streets here.
You know how Venice is somehow sinking?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Now, they haven't actually dredged their canals lately, because yes, Venice is actually sinking because they're taking out so much fresh water that it's sinking. It was a study they did. It was because of the draw of fresh water.
Hmm.
And Hawaii is gonna become uninhabitable because all their freshwater aquifers, the United States Army during the Second World War sank all their fuel barrels and oil barrels down in the freshwater aquifers because it was all underground. And now the tanks are starting to leak. And it's getting into all the drinking water. It'll just poison off the whole island.
Yeah. Damn. Well, I hope you're feeling better, Random. What were you sick with?
Breathe. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
I am calm.
This one here.
Jason's chilled. He's chilled.
Foster mom. Foster mom and might come permanent to the family here.
I got my beer. I'm calm.
Well, I got all my stash. I open it up every once in a while to burp it.
You gotta keep burping it.
Oh, it's a pretty color. I've never seen it this color before.
No.
You guys can lay with me?
Oof.
Is it purplish?
Yeah, it is. It's purplish. So Random, was it RSV?
Is he back?
He said he was down. He had some sort of weird virus, because that's RSV is one of those weird viruses.
Yeah, it's that newest one out.
And that one affects your breathing.
Mm-hmm.
But when babies get it, it's not a good thing.
No, but the government needs to stop freaking putting it in the air and spreading it.
It came from hospitals. That's where this virus came out of. It came out of the hospitals.
Wouldn't surprise me.
My son was sick with it at because he was in the hospital for beta strep. He had that stupid virus. He got it there because there was another kid in the well, they kind of have them in little colonies or whatever. The kids, the babies, it's at the kids' hospital. They're the children's hospital. But yeah, that it was 2 rooms over, but he somehow still got it.
Well,
and even though they're
that's been reporting in Canada there that's been having so much trouble with beds being overfilled and everything else from that RSV.
It's nasty.
Probably
it's nasty. It affects your breathing.
Hospital, they had to shut down because they couldn't fit no more people in. In Toronto. What's up, Brandon?
Yeah, that sounds really nasty.
Yep.
So yeah, your sinuses, and then it goes down. Yeah, weak and pain down your arms. Oof.
I need new phone. I need new hand. I need a new body. Where can I buy a new body? Amazon? Does Amazon sell new bodies?
We all need
I don't know,
bodies.
Jason. Maybe
That's why my left knee's really starting to play up me now. So I think like do an Amazon.
Get it from Wish.
Wish? Can I a knee transplant, please?
That way, if they don't send the right body, you get your money back.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. We'll just all put it on our Amazon wish list. New body.
They might get it this year.
I wouldn't mind new knees. That would work for me.
We all need new parts. And here they are worried about the fucking environment and shit. What about all us human that need new parts?
Yep.
It's a tax grab. If you guys have not realized it yet, it is a fucking tax grab.
Yep.
They want your money. They want you to pay. You want fresh air, right? Oh, you want the kids to have fresh air, right? Well, then give us money. We'll help. We'll pay you. And you know what? Where do you think all our recycle fees go? They go right back into government coffers. Yeah. It does not go towards recycling at all.
Oh, I thought Todd was getting all that.
No.
Yeah.
It's like here in the UK, they go on about recycle. And then you do your recycling, you sort your rubbish, your glass, your plastic. But now it just goes into basically one bin and it goes to a recycling centre where it's sorted by hand, the paper, the plastic, cardboard, glass, whatever, it's sorted. But and everybody thinks they're saving the planet, like we're recycling. But what happens is if the glass factories don't want any more glass, they say, we don't want any more. We've got enough. So the local authorities have got nowhere to store this stuff, so they landfill it.
That's what we're having here in the States too.
Yeah, it just gets landfilled, like with all the plastics. All the where
They're actually banning the plastics down here.
Hmm.
Do you want to know something funny? Okay, so I got this beautiful lake. It's just a couple blocks away. And what these people did years ago, they put a bottle recycling depot right by the lake. Where do you think the glass went?
Into the lake.
Straight in the lake.
Into the lake. And so I was down on the shoreline. I told my kids wear their shoes because I was picking up broken glass bottles out of the sand. And I'm like, oh, I said, so you guys want people to come here and you can't even clean up a previous mess?
As I said, they could all make the messes, but if we go to do it, we get fined and everything else.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, don't throw your glass bottles or cans out your window while you're driving unless you know Rick Crude's following you.
Oh, save your cans. They're worth a lot of bloody. They're worth a lot of money.
You're damn right. I get a free box of beer every month for my cans.
Holy shit! Yeah, they're freaking up to 20 cents now.
Mm-hmm.
We used to recycle. We used to send the cans over to Saskatchewan because we were getting more money over there.
For 5 cents a can here.
Here they don't. I mean, there's some areas that do, but the town I live in, they don't recycle because like I said, they banned a lot of the plastics and stuff.
I don't know.
So they do more recycling in our town.
You can recycle your glass. You can recycle your glass is easy. Glass can be crushed down and it's put back into asphalt. Like, come off it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they mix the glass with the asphalt. It increases the life of the asphalt. Yeah,
and they also put glass into stucco.
That's when people said to me, says, well, when you're walking along the road at night, why does the pavement glitter? I said, because it's got glass in it, crushed glass. They went, nah, it ain't got glass in it. I said, yeah, it's got glass in it. They put crushed glass in it because it increases the wear life of the asphalt.
Mm-hmm. Did you say stucco?
Yeah, stucco too.
People still do that shit?
Stucco.
Stucco. Yeah, my uncle's house still has glass. It's really cool.
Paint and work with.
Gave up on doing something tonight.
But I guess I'm gonna have to go. You guys have fun and enjoy. I gotta go make supper here. I gotta go make supper.
Thanks for coming up, Susie. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Yeah, I'll be in chat.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Laters.
Okay, catch you later.
In about 20 minutes here, I gotta get potatoes and peel them.
Potatoes. Bring them to Todd. He'll peel
I'm
them for you.
making meatloaf, mashed
That's what I
potatoes, and corn tonight.
My potatoes are already done. They're just sitting in a pot waiting for me to turn the knob.
Knob.
I'm making pork chops, mashed potatoes, and string beans.
Ooh.
String beans.
Green.
Yeah, I roasted a chicken off this afternoon. And I had that tonight with some roasted potatoes, some proper Yorkshire puddings, and some mixed veg. Nice, thick, rich gravy. Very nice.
Mm.
I'm gonna drink.
The good thing is I've got plenty of chicken left. So I'll let that once that's cooled down, I'll just slice the chicken off, portion it off, and then it'll do me lunch for the rest of the week, where I can make salads or a chicken soup or something out of it.
So, Glenn, I got a question for you. Who do you think is better, Gordon Ramsay or who's that other fucking guy?
Marco Pierre or
Jamie
Oliver.
Jamie Oliver, that's it.
Oh, definitely Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon.
Gordon for me. What I like about Gordon is his recipes are simple, easy, use the basic ingredients. You haven't got to get all this fancy stuff and this and that and this and that and this and that and this and that. It's just simple, easy cooking. I mean, I've got about 4 of his cookbooks and I've learned a lot of recipes out of there. And you can chop and change around and to put ever what you want in, but the base recipes he do, they're just amazing.
You realize one of his shops got shut down over there in Wales. Wales, one of Gordon Ramsay's restaurants. Top restaurants got shut down.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, over in Wales.
How come?
Because a whole bunch of people had a pitch fit because they were paying over $100 and something on their food.
Well, if they didn't like the price, they don't have to fucking go there.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That's right. A bit out of their price
And they
range.
made a whole big stink about it and protests and everything to where Gordon had to shut it down. There was no
having a lobster plate here in PEI where it's the cheapest. You go to a restaurant, you're probably looking, what, Todd, $40-$50?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or you hit Toronto for a lobster, you'd be looking at $150 plate.
and you don't get much. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Fucking
But
fries and
it's
some
like
coleslaw.
over here, restaurant prices, pub prices, like for food, it's just gone through the roof now. It's just. I mean, we went. A couple of us went out. Me and my friend went out. Yeah, a couple of months back. Thought, oh, we'll eat out tonight. We'll go down the local pub chain. It's like called the Harvester pub chain. It's big in the UK. So we had 2 rump steaks, and they just come with some French fries, a grilled tomato, and a grilled mushroom, and a pot of sauce. And then you got your free salad bar. He had a beer. I just had a Coke because I was driving. And that was it. Didn't have a starter, didn't have a sweet, and the bill come to £52.
Yeah. Hi, God bless UK.
Simon.
How you doing?
How you doing, Simon? You all right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
right,
it was
mate.
like £52 just for two like 8 ounce rump. And steaks are not like you get in America when I was there. You know, they're like 8 ounce. It's an 8 ounce steak. You get a few frozen chips with it, a grilled mushroom, half a grilled tomato. And you look at it and go, all that, and it's £52.
Yeah, but Glenn, I know where you're coming from on that, but you cannot be horrible towards that restaurant. And I'll tell you for why. The energy cost has gone up, 5, 6 times, 8 times. They've got to keep you warm. They've got to cook the food. They've got to
that's why. That's what I'm saying. It's not the pub putting the prices up. It's the cost of the materials. Like the guy next to me who's got a caravan next to me. He runs a pub up in Eastchurch, which is a couple of miles away from me. And I was speaking to him back in the summer, and he said his electric bill per month on his pub now is gone up £1,000 a month.
Holy crap!
£1,000 a month, because when he's got the pub open, all the lights are on, the extractors are on, the kitchen's running, your glass washers.
People coming in with a blanket and all that kind of stuff wrapped around them. You've got to.
Yeah, we're only serving cold sandwiches tonight. He said, so to pass the costs on, he says we've had to add it onto the food, add it onto the cost of the drinks, and he said. Otherwise, he said, I won't survive. He said, I'm struggling enough to survive. He says, but keep the pub open. I've got to pay out another £1,000 a month.
We're getting pubs and restaurants that are closing we're getting pubs and restaurants in the UK that across Europe are closing for this winter season because they can't afford. They know that if they put the prices up, people aren't going to come because you got to think. So I go to the pub, it's going to cost me 4 times the amount it would be to go to the supermarket and go. So they've got to close down. A lot of them are.
It's cheaper to shut the pub for the winter than run it.
Not if I'm around.
The trouble is, then what the backhand of that is, the backstory is that there's people that work in there on shit wages to start with are going to be laid off. Then the delivery drivers that turn up there, they're not going to have so much work, and so on and so on and so on. And the people that produce the food to come to the pub, to get delivered, it's a massive knock-on effect.
Just knock on all the way back down the chain.
Are you telling me the governments that run our worlds, right, our countries and all that stuff, don't know what's going on? It's like a game of chess. You don't just put your pawn to 1 or 2 movements forward. You think ahead. 10, 20, 30 moves ahead. And that's what's going on. We're getting fucked. We're getting fucked over on purpose.
And have you seen the latest one in the news, Simon? MPs are now allowed to claim expenses for their energy bills in their flats that they've got in London.
Oh, that's old school. That's old. I mean, there's an MP that claimed energy prices for the heaters in his stables for his horses in his other home. A moat, and someone else had a moat built round his property.
Right, yeah, claimed it on expenses.
The list is endless.
Yeah.
And we're the ones suffering.
Yeah. But what is the government is so worried and scared right now. We overpopulate the governments. We're overpopulated, and the government doesn't like that.
Especially when
What
you
happened
guys
on
got
January
guns.
6th is going to happen again. That's what they're scared about, and this time it's going to be a takeover.
I've just watched a couple of reports in Germany from the normal German people and France as well, farmers and everything. And there's a massive shortage on wood in Germany at the moment because people are trying to stock up because they've got an energy crisis. The cost of gas to heat the house, not gas as in put in a tank, has gone up by over 8 times. The cost of wood it's just gone astronomical if you can get it. And the thing is, right, that you had these G20 summits and all this kind of thing about, we've got to save the planet, but now everyone's having to burn wood to keep warm.
Yeah.
Nuclear power is the cleanest and safest thing to go forward with, but they're closing them down.
Yeah. Well, they shut Hinkley Point, didn't they? The other week.
Yeah. So what does that tell you?
Yeah. Well, that's what we should be invested in.
Fertilizer.
Invested in nuclear power.
They're banning fertilizer, but you need fertilizer to feed people. If you don't feed people, what do? They die. So it's a bit of a depressing. I don't want you all start putting up your sleeves and fucking carving up and slitting your wrists and everything, but
too late.
It is, and you need to tell people.
Too late.
Yeah. I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, but hey, UK.
Yes, mate.
You say if you don't have fertilizer, people die?
Well, no. Right, at the current structure of way the things have been done, like with the fertilizer, there's like I said before, there's enough shit that comes out of Trudeau and Biden and our current Prime Minister to do fertilizers shit at the end of the day. Right, we can use that. There's so much shit around as it is, but they've been reliant on these hybrid fertilizers. But we need to change. We don't need to be reliant on that shit.
Well, it's got to go back to the way it used to be.
Exactly.
Good old dose of all shit and cow shit over the fields. Never done no one no harm, did it?
Organic. It's organic as well. And they always promote organic, don't they?
I used to have motors that would run on fucking near anything. Now it's all so specialized. Fuck that bullshit. The old way.
I think Todd's going to start singing, "Suicide is painless, it brings on." Go on, Todd, it brings on.
I bet you he doesn't know that song.
Oh, many changes. You don't know, Todd.
Oh, now he gone.
Yeah, I bet he doesn't even know what show it came off of.
Oh, these young'uns, they don't know they're born. I'll tell you what, Glenn, what song did that come? What show did that come from?
MASH.
Thank you very much. See, listen to your elders, guys. Respect your elders.
I know what the fuck MASH is.
Yeah, MASH is one of my. When I was a kid,
most boring shows to watch.
When I was about 8 years old, maybe 7, 8 years old, it was on a Monday evening about 8 o'clock on BBC 2.
6:37.
7:30 was it? It used to come on BBC 2 MASH. Me and my mum used to sit there glued to the TV watching MASH, and I still do now because when you get some of the Freeview channels, they're still rerunning it now. And I still sit there in the afternoon every now and then, put an episode on. It's brilliant. I love it.
Oh, you little bitch! I've just seen what Jason's put. I need them. You just want to make sure I'm watching.
Oh, here, I'll change it here.
No, keep it up there. It's good. I like it. It shows how much you care about me. No, really. You care. I'm loving the attention.
That better?
No, I preferred it before. I don't think so sought after anymore. How's your day been, Myron?
Well, not as good as yours by the sounds of it.
No, I've been here. Do you know what I've been doing today? I've been getting all the heaters And I've got one of those big compressors. I've been airlining all the Vector fan heaters. Get all the dust out of them, ready for the winter. So they're more efficient.
What usually goes through the lines? Oil?
Pardon?
Why in the fuck is there dust in the line?
When you've got heaters on the floor and they blow the air out, it sucks in the dust, doesn't it? There's nothing to do about it. We keep the house tidy and everything, but it's still got to, it's still sucking dust.
Yeah, you always get a certain amount of dust. No matter how much you clean, you're always going to get dust. You never stop dust. It's everywhere.
Yeah, but he's anal about keeping everything clean.
No, because dust kills things like computers, TVs. That's the reason why they die, because they get so much dust inside them, they overheat and they arc and they die.
That's why I always hoover my laptop out about once every fortnight. I just get Henry to hoover out, suck all the vents, the speakers out, and the air vents underneath.
Yeah, it's just little maintenance things to save you money. That's all it is. Watching football today, Glenn?
Yes, I've been glued to the telly watching football today. Yeah, some good games.
Getting upset, wasn't it? Argentina.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that result. Argentina getting knocked. I mean, they're one of the favourites to win it, aren't they?
Yeah.
France had a scare as well because they went down 1-0 down early to Australia.
I think Portugal is one of the best ones there. It's going to be good.
Yeah, Portugal always do.
Brazil.
They always do put a good performance in Portugal. What's the fixtures for tomorrow? I can't remember now. Let's have a look. What we've got tomorrow for entertainment, even though I've got loads of entertainment now.
How'd you get on with that today? You been okay with it? Did you use it?
Yeah, I watched a couple of in between the football. I watched a couple of found some documentaries that were really interesting. Stuff I wouldn't normally be able to find, but with what you've done to the I can get them all now, and it's been brilliant.
Good, it's good to hear.
Yeah. So we got 10 o'clock kickoff. We've got Morocco, Croatia. That should be good. 1 o'clock we got 1 o'clock Germany, Japan.
I reckon Croatia, yeah. Not Germany, obviously.
And then 4 o'clock we got Spain, Costa Rica.
Spain again.
Yeah, and then at 9 o'clock we got Belgium versus Canada.
Oh, well, Belgium, obviously. Fucking hell.
What, dude? Canada's gonna kick ass.
Yeah, but Belgium well, they were alike, weren't they?
Belgium will win it, I reckon. What do you reckon, Myron? Canadians
I already said fucking Canada's gonna kick ass. You gotta fucking quiet down a bit there and listen to me once in a while.
I thought you said
Wait, I wasn't done yet. You have to respect your elders. You said that to those two, but you're not respecting me.
Oh, you got me.
I know I gotcha.
You're one click away, UK. One click away.
I know. Oh, God. Damn, he's got me. I can't. What can I do? I can't get out of that, can I? I'll fuck myself.
Yeah, you screwed yourself over there. Good and
respect your future.
Respect your elders, which this new generation don't know how to do.
Too right.
Well, like, what if they ever walked in front of me?
Except for your kids, Jason.
Yeah, you got to bring them up right.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean, go to work all day, come home, sit here, play on the computer, and drink beer. When they do something wrong, fucking let them know they did something wrong.
Yep. Yep.
And don't just threaten them and let them get away. I said, if you tell them you're going to kick the ass to the curb, fucking do it once.
Yeah, the
You know,
kids,
there's
the
like
new
proper
generation think they get away with everything.
Bunch of fucking pussies, this new generation, as far as I could see.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you on that one.
Well,
Well,
you raised them. You raised
yeah,
some of this new generation.
we got laws in England that you can't smack your kids, you can't do this, you can't do that. It's
Yeah,
gone
but
Your laws in England are rough compared to what the states are.
and as long as you don't leave fucking bruises,
I try not to.
well, you know.
To be honest, right, Myron, it hurts me more. I mean, it's been a couple of times a few years ago where my boy's mouthed it off to me and he started running up the stairs and I've run after him and I've caught the back of his leg with my hand to give him a slap. And then I've had to walk back downstairs quietly, go into the living room, close the door, and because I've got arthritis, I've had to like sit there with my hand between my legs going, oh my God, it fucking kills. It hurts. I don't want to let him know that.
Hey, you know what's funny? I just looked it up. Canada's unemployment rate, current right now, 13.7%. Every fucking business and company that I know of, everyone's looking for employees.
Same here.
13% of Canada's sitting at home collecting government money. Well, there's lots of jobs available.
Yep.
Jason, it's the same thing. They've been talking about today that we don't need so many more immigrants to come and do these jobs that apparently things like cleaning and maintenance, we don't need them no more. We got quite a big unemployment here. But to be fair,
they don't want to work.
Is that these people are seeing these immigrants come here, they get given a shitty job, but it's topped up with government payments, and it's the same thing as you might as well just stay at home and be on the what do you call it, welfare?
Yeah, my boss was telling me that today too. All these places that do bring in like Mexicans and this and that to do work here, the minimum wage doesn't apply when you bring them in. Apparently, you can pay them whatever the fuck you want.
Yep, you can pay them $1 an hour.
Yep.
They don't care. They think it's free.
I
They
thought,
think it's
like,
money.
you're here,
But
you
the
have to
problem
get minimum
we're
wage,
gonna
but
have-
no.
It's not with immigration we're going to have problems with. It's the computers. They're replacing everything with computers.
Okay.
So nobody's going to have a job.
Automated system.
Yeah, eventually that's the way it is. We're all going to be Soylent Green.
Yep.
Let me know. Do you want to say hello?
It's like I said, it's not so much the immigration, it's the computers that they're installing. It's going to take jobs away from everybody, and nobody's going to have shit. You think it's up now? This is just an eye awakener.
Hi, Pasha.
He's good, isn't he? He's good. He's really, really good. Do you impressed? Oh, he's probably gone for a wee.
He went to his potty. We're all supposed to mute when you go potty. Jason, you're a little bit too loud in there peeing. Oh, he's doubling.
You can see Myron. There's Myron there. Oh. In real life. So do I. You can babysit. Father Christmas.
Did you hear that?
Hey, I got a question. Do you like skin on the mashed potatoes or no skin on the potatoes when you do mashed
Depends
potatoes?
what you're having. If you're having roast potatoes, you've got to skin them, haven't you? And I mean, chips, I like them with the skin on, to be honest.
Well, you don't skin roast potatoes.
Huh?
Roast potatoes. That's baked potatoes, really.
Little roast potatoes. If I do a baked potato, I'll wash the excess dirt off, then I'll roll it in olive oil and sea salt, and then bake it in the oven. And the skins go really crispy and it goes nice and fluffy in the middle. Beautiful. I used to say I put butter on my jacket potatoes, but I can't afford butter anymore in the UK. It's absolutely astronomical.
Oh, don't say that. I know, but Yeah, butter's shit now in England as well, to be honest. Oh, it's hard to find good quality butter.
Doing terrible.
Aldi do a nice one. The one, if you get the West
Yeah,
Country,
I got it.
the salted one.
Yeah, it's not very salty. It's
salt
only
flakes in
1%. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's £2.50, and it's got an England flag. Yeah, it's got an England flag on it.
Christ, it used to be about £1.30 the last block I bought.
No. Someone's got to pay for the Ukraine war.
Well, talking of prices, I was at my local shop this afternoon in between the match. I thought I was going to get up, get a few bits and pieces. So I want a snack later this evening. I got it, just bits. I was just having a wander around. It's a local convenience store, sells everything. Bottle of cooking oil, the standard size 750ml bottles of like vegetable oil.
Yeah, it's now £2.
£3.99.
Oh, how much?
Wow.
You heard that
£3.99 for a bottle. I know it's a local shop and they will charge.
Oh, right, you're talking about corner shops. Yeah, Aldi's about £1.98. £1.98 now. This.
£1.98. That used to be about 69p, didn't it, a year ago?
Yeah, not even that. Not even
Not
that.
even that. I think it was cheaper than that, wasn't it? I think it was probably more like that 49p, wasn't it, or something?
Just wait until all them little shops are run out of business by the big ones, and then the big ones will be raising up the prices immensely.
Yes, exactly.
The tub of that Lurpak spreadable. It's not a big tub. It's only a small, like the small size tubs. I didn't buy any because I've got enough in. £4.75 for a little tub of spreadable butter.
Oh, holy fuck!
So you wouldn't get a bottle of cooking oil and a tub of butter. You wouldn't get much change of a tenner for £10, which is probably about $8 US. I was like, really? There you go.
Myron on fire again. Random. Myron on fire again.
You're fired.
Crazy random. No, Jen. Myron's YouTube famous for setting his beard on fire.
Uh-oh.
Not my beard, my hair.
Oh, it's your hair. Oh, shit. It's been so long. I forget. I remember seeing it.
Put these back. I'll be right back over.
Potato time. Potato time.
Yeah, still gotta peel, but
Dan's still at work or he home?
Dan's at work. He won't be home until about 6 my time. It's 4.
2 hours off. Okay.
Yep, we're 2 hours, Jason. Used to be an hour.
4:30.
In. He's going back. He's going flat.
No sugar. It's not for you. Sugar thinks she's gonna get the food. Nope, nope, nope.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm glad I don't live in Maine or Missouri. Maine and Missouri are banning a whole bunch of breeds, dog breeds and stuff.
dogs.
It's like, it's crazy.
So all you got to do to fuck them is get a mixed breed.
Even the mixed breeds, they're killing. I mean, they're even killing the mixed breeds. Anything that has pit in them, pit, Rottweiler, Doberman, yeah, those kind of breeds, Saint Bernards. If they even
Speaking of dog problems in the States, you remember Eric Grant at the The council meeting addressing the dogs?
Huh?
You remember Eric Brandt, the council meeting, when he addressed the dogs?
Oh, yeah.
You fuckers are worried about dogs? It's those fuckers you need on leashes.
I remember that.
Well, you were doing pretty good with all the bad dogs through the last 50 or 60 years that have been put down, but when you got to the St. Bernard, those fuckers were used by the monks to save people. They're not fucking vicious.
They're not a bad breed.
No.
Dogs are a good breed when
No
brought up
dog
properly.
is a bad breed. It's the people that train them.
It's how you train them and bring them up.
Correct. I had friends who had a Doberman, big black Doberman, beautiful dog, and it would lick you to death. It would lick you to death. They said if anyone broke in, it wouldn't attack them. It would lay on its back with his legs in the air, wanting his belly rubbed.
Sounds like Jason.
Yeah. Rub my belly, I'm good.
It was just as soft as anything. It was absolutely soft as. It didn't have a vicious streak in it. It would see a
Not
cat.
that soft, but
No, it would see the neighbour's cat and it would tip its head to one side, poke its ears up, and think, and just sit there staring at it. Wouldn't even like to show no aggression towards it. Nothing. Well,
Yeah, but Glenn, we do have quite a problem in England with a lot of people getting murdered. Well, not murdered, dying from being mauled by a dog or a child. It just goes
yeah,
on.
there's been quite a bit lately, isn't there? Over the last few weeks, there's been quite a few reports.
Oh no, yeah, it is. My mate had a Rottweiler, and it was a soft as fuck dog, and they had a new baby, and obviously I think the dog got jealous,
Yeah.
and you know, like bit her ear off. The little girl, she's only about not even 2 years old, about a year old. It's just that you know, like you got domestic pets. Some of these dogs were bred for a reason, like you know, like you got a German dog shepherds. They're good for.
Yeah, but okay, right there. Where was the mom and dad when that dog bit the girl?
In the
Were
house.
they right there, or they just let the dog do whatever it wants? And if the dog had come up to that little girl, and the little girl had poked it in the eye or something, it could have been completely accidental. But the dog just snapped because it got hurt. Don't know what the hell happened. Yes, the dog is not supposed to do anything, but the dog doesn't know the law. It's not a fucking lawyer.
No, listen, no, I can't. You're correct in that respect, and I can't answer that because it's quite a while ago, and it most likely was the case of what you just said then. But the thing is, what my point is, it's not really a family pet, is it? A big Rottweiler. It's like 14 stone, I think it was, or something.
when
And
brought
so
up right, sure it is.
It's not.
Anything could be a fucking family pet. There's people here that have horses, cows, sheep, pigs, always family pets.
It's a risk, though, isn't it? It's a risk.
Well, it's more
It's just
of
same as a
risk
human being.
to
There's
have
a risk
fucking
letting my little
dog.
girl walk down the street that some fucking creepy ass motherfucker might rape him. So what's the difference?
I'm not. Listen, I'm not an anti-animal or anti-dog. I love pets. I've had dogs myself, and it's just some breeds, you know, like pit bulls and stuff like that.
Slow burner, where are you? God bless needs some attention here.
No. I love dogs.
You got a puppy that you want to
A
talk
slow
about.
burner, it's ideal. He's got no kids. It's just him and a dog, and that, there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's perfect. But you know, when you're introducing that into a family dog, you just don't know, do you? Is it worth taking the risk?
Yes, he is slow burner. He's saying Ruckus isn't a pet.
Any dog is raised from a baby with a family, and the family is
Or shouldn't be a
nice to the
pet.
dog. It should never attack that family, anybody in it.
That's why I said it goes to the parent or the people that have the dog or the animal, whichever animal it is.
You're a fucking Karen.
Welcome, slow burner. So with you and Ruckus, it's ideal. It's just you and him. There's no little babies running around or anything like that.
Ruckus absolutely loves kids, man. Loves them. Every kid in this building, they all love Ruckus, and he
Mate,
loves them.
I'm not saying he's a devil dog, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying if I
Well, you just said the pit bulls are the problem.
no, I'm just saying
It's not the pit bulls. It's the owners of the pit bulls that aren't socializing their fucking dogs.
we've had reports. Well, it's been going on for years where the family pet has had other children just suddenly turns for no reason. I'm not saying they're a bad dog. Listen to what I'm
Because
saying.
the people don't know fuck all what they're doing with these dogs. When you get a dog like this, you have a responsibility to fucking train it, to fucking look like make sure that everything is safe for the dog and for your kid. Like there's obvious you have to be responsible.
See, I used to have an ex-racing greyhound. I adopted when they retired from racing. I had an ex-racing greyhound. So they're a chase hound, and they're basically bred to chase down anything small and furry that moves.
Yeah.
So, but when I used to take her out for a walk, that dog would be muzzled at all time in public. And it wasn't because it would bite a human or anything like that. But if it saw a smaller dog or a cat, it would want to chase it down. It would go absolutely ballistic. So I couldn't take the risk of walking that greyhound without a muzzle, where an old lady's walking her little Yorkshire Terrier past me, and the greyhound goes for it because it won't just bite it;
It'll rip it to bits.
It'll rip it to bits.
No, that dog could have been trained from day one. Though.
That's why that dog, whenever it went out in public, that dog had a muzzle on. No matter what, that dog was muzzled. And it wasn't because it was a vicious dog. It was just because that's how it was bred. It was bred as a chase hound, and it's only going to do its instinct.
Good night. Have a good sleep.
And good night, The Rock.
Good night, sweetie.
Right, go on, off you go.
Night night.
And man who got his hair dyed.
Yeah,
Night night. Night night.
Good night.
I'm due for another dying, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, die quietly.
Great.
Well, the thing is, Glenn, I also had my parents rescued. Well, they took off a guy in a pub, in a bar, and this guy was mistreating this ex-greyhound racing dog, and we rescued it. And I called it Cassius. I remember now. I was only about 14, and I remember I was riding on my push bike. We lived out in the countryside, and I drove up to the store in a town on my push bike, and he saw something furry, like you said, a cat, and he slipped his collar, and he was off. He was off.
Oh.
And I found him, and he was ripping the shit out of this poor little cat. And I tried to get the cat out of his mouth. The cat was so distressed, it started attacking me all over my face, all over my hands. And this poor woman that came out, crying her eyes out, saying to her cat, I'll never forget that. But it wasn't the dog's fault. It's how it is bred, how it is brought up.
It's a chase hound, and that's it. You look at ancient Egypt. You look at the hieroglyphics on the walls of the pyramids and that. They got pictures of paintings of greyhounds because they used to use the ancient Egyptians used to use greyhounds for hunting.
Yeah. Well, shit, the Indians used the dogs to babysit the kids.
So did the royal family, Glenn. Look at back in Henry VIII's time and that. You got greyhounds there.
That's right. All through our royalty over the years, they all had greyhounds because they were to hunt rabbits and hares and even deer. I know that people who used to have greyhounds take deer down, especially when I lived up in Durham that time. Oh, look at that!
Oh,
My Little Pony.
I was just about to say that, My Little Pony.
You gonna be the voice whisperer, Jason?
Yeah, and Susie. Yeah, you're right, Susie. They also use Irish Wolfhounds because they're a breed. They're a breed associated to a greyhound. You've got Irish Wolfhounds. We've got Lurchers, Whippets. What's the
You've got
other
a
one?
Russian bear dog. That Russian bear, my friend's got one. It's bigger than her. When a dog stands up, I'm 6 foot.
Two-hand horse.
The dog is taller than me, and it's only a puppy.
Is it that dog that's about like this tall?
It's fucking huge. It's like a pony.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Yeah, but I had friends up in Durham when we was up there, and they used to let their greyhounds off in the fields for a run, and she never used to muzzle them. And I said, "You want to muzzle?" He said, "Oh no, they're fine." Anyway, it was out on a run. Mine was on a run with them, and they went bounding into the woods. Next thing, there was this right kerfuffle in the woods. There was this hollering and shouting and squawking. We thought, what the bloody hell? So by the time we caught up with them, her two dogs, because they weren't muzzled, they took a deer out.
Yeah, I don't disbelieve that.
Took a bloody deer out. So it was like, there we are with a dead deer in the middle of County Durham in the woods going, what the hell are we going to do with this?
Freeze it. Freeze it.
There's the fat on that potato.
So we used to have a butcher down in Shildon. Don't know if you've heard of Shildon up in Durham.
Yeah.
That's where they do all the steam trains and that. We've got a big steam train museum up there. It's lovely up there. So we phoned Bert the butcher. Said, look, we've had a bit of a problem with a dog. It's took $2,000. They've taken out a butcher. Whereabouts are you? I'll be straight up, he said. And he come up with his van and we had to lump this dead deer down the bank, over the bloody stile, into the back of his van. Let's just say we ate venison for quite a few weeks.
And then some.
Cool. Yeah, took a bloody deer out. $2,000.
Star, it's not for you.
Durham. Remember that joke? Only Glenn would know.
I don't remember that. Pink Panther. Peter Sellers.
Is it Peter Sellers? Oh God, it is good. He was good, wasn't he?
The Pink Panther films. I used to sit and watch them, and I'd be in tears. I'd be laughing that hard. I'd have tears rolling down my face.
Oh, I used to love watching Pink Panther.
Yeah. Oh, it's at the films, and for the time they were made and the stunts they used to pull off. You know, it's.
Keto. That's it. Is it Keto?
Keto is like personal assistant, wasn't it?
The Keto. Is it Keto?
Kato.
Right. Thank you for educating me.
Yeah, Kato, wasn't it? His personal assistant. Every time he used to come home, Kato used to attack him. Remember?
And how many people did that? You know, like when everyone come home, copied it afterwards. I still do that to my kids now. My missus, I'll hide somewhere now and then, just jump out, scare the shit out of them.
Yeah. Yeah, but the Pink Panther films, they were absolutely hilarious. Do you remember that sketch? It was with Benny Hill in there.
Oh yeah.
And he was going into a hotel and said, "Hello, I'm Inspector Clouseau. I would like a run." And Benny Hill turned around and said, and he said, "Yes, that's what I said. A run." And like Benny Hill, you could see him trying not to laugh while they was filming it. And Benny Hill said,
Can't forget about Inspector Gadget.
Imbecile, that's what I said. And they had that dog down there. And he went, Peter Sellers went, "Does your dog bite?" And he went, "No." So he put his hand down to stroke his dog, and his dog went, "Rah!" out of him. He goes, "I thought you said your dog doesn't bite." And Benny Hill looked at him and went, "It's not my dog."
There's a movie I bet you're gonna go wow to.
I always remember that part
Agent
of that
Smart.
sketch.
You remember the movie or the show Agent Smart?
Get Smart.
Sorry, you lost me there, Jen.
Agent Smart. He was the one that used his shoe as a telephone.
That was Get Smart.
There you go. There you go.
Agent 86, I think he was.
Yes. Yes.
See that Myron is the Oracle. If you ever want to phone a friend, Glenn, for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire,
get Myron.
Get Myron.
If we ever get on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I know who to put as phone a friend.
I think I told you this before you come on the channel when we spoke privately. I said to you, come on this channel. Myron is the Oracle. He's your phone a friend.
Yeah, there's that, and then Hogan's Heroes.
Oh, I remember that. That'd be on a Sunday. Do you remember that, Glenn? In the UK, we used to watch it on a Sunday afternoon. I think it's like 2:30 in the afternoon because in the United Kingdom back then, there's only like 3 channels. And normally Sundays would mostly be God channels, like showing hymns and All that kind
songs
of
of bloody songs of praise and morning service and all that stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah. And the only thing to look forward to on a Sunday was Hogan's Heroes.
Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah, and then there was Gunsoak, Banza, all those old TV shows.
Yeah.
Happy Days.
Happy Days. Yeah, there was some good stuff in the 80s, 70s and 80s. There was some good stuff.
Hillbillies.
Yep.
The Beverly.
Hillbillies.
Yeah.
Green
Thunderbirds.
Acres.
There was even a Canadian channel.
Petticoat Junction too.
There's a Canadian one.
They're
with
all
loggers.
in the same one, sort of.
You remember Thunderbirds?
Yeah. Who doesn't?
No, I don't.
Oh, what was that? Myron?
Hogan's Hero. Yep.
The Canadian one with these guys who were loggers. Oh, what was that called? Do you remember that one in the 70s, early 70s?
Yeah, I remember it. I remember it.
Beachcombers.
That's it. See, look. Phone my friend. He never lets me down. Never lets me down. Beachcombers. Yeah. God. Does that still go on now, Myron? Do they still do that kind of stuff, logging like that?
And comedy at the time of that age was Hee Haw.
You can watch it on TV.
No, I mean, do they still do that in your neck of the
I'm
woods?
telling you, well, in my neck of the woods, there's no fucking water.
Oh.
There's no water for, I don't know, 800 or 900 miles, maybe.
Fuck.
Oh, damn.
Well, maybe not quite that far. 600, say. Because it's 60 miles to the BC border, and then I don't know how far across it is.
Like Obi-Wan Kenobi, don't I?
To the ocean.
I thought more like E.T.
Actually, yeah, I think it. Yeah,
I think we really got to start calling ET because there's more
I think
spaceships
it's more
showing
like
up.
E.T. in it. Yeah.
E.T., what's Entertainment Tonight got to do with it?
What was that other series I used to like as a kid? Oh, Space 1999.
Oh, yes. You know what? Those UFOs, that was brilliant. That was about Night Striker. That was about 1990. No, sorry, 1971, 72. That was about
Something
72,
like
wasn't
I
it?
think it was 72.
Yeah.
I'd only been I'd have been 3 years
Oh, no,
old, so I
you know
wouldn't
what?
remember.
I'm thinking of UFO. Remember UFO?
Yeah.
That was UFO.
Let's talk about where I got my driving style from. Fall Guy.
Oh,
one
God,
also like?
what's his name? The $6 billion man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Bionic Woman.
Uh,
That's a good point.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, I remember that Saturday. They used to be on Saturday afternoon,
Dallas.
5 o'clock.
Fuck all they did that I couldn't do.
Good old boy.
Police Company.
Yes, they're doing it.
Well,
That's been,
Whirly
that's
Birds.
been, that got took off because of the Confederate flag. They stopped showing that now.
Remember Whirly Birds?
Yeah, I remember that as well. Mr.
Yeah.
Ben. What about Mr. Ben?
Mr. Ben, I used to watch that when I used to come home lunchtime from primary school for my lunch. I used to watch Mr. Ben and go back to school.
Playhouse through
Mr.
the
Magoo.
Who? Jen, have you lived in the UK or something?
No, I never lived in the
know
UK,
them
but
all.
I always watched them on TV down here.
Yeah,
Did you guys get kicked off other UK panels and came to chill here, or what?
Up above the trees and houses, rainbow climbing high.
Right. Do you remember the Magic Roundabout?
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. My
How
parents.
psychedelic in the 70s was that for kids?
Zebedee.
Dylan, remember Dylan?
He was tripping his tits off.
He was tripping all the time, wasn't he? He was just literally, it was just like, it's a children's program. And
In
Dylan,
1969, my parents, when I had my tonsils out, I was only 3 years old. They commissioned a memorial, mural along the wall, and I don't know if it's still there now, but Magic Roundabout. They just took the piss, didn't they? Whoever
To the
done it.
moon, Alice.
you can actually, if you get it on YouTube, if you put Magic Roundabout in YouTube, you get all the episodes up. And it's like, I'll go back and we watched this as kids, and it's like so psychedelic the way it was set, wasn't it? Dougal the dog, wasn't it? Dougal and Ermintrude the cow, remember?
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
here's another one. Long John Silver.
Oh yeah, yeah. Lone Ranger.
Yep.
Hi ho away. Hi ho Silver away. What was that
Zorro?
one? Was it the Moonies where they go when they used to talk? Go.
Yeah,
and
it was
like,
good.
on the moon.
No, that's the Clangers.
Clangers, that's it. Well done.
The Clangers. That was brilliant. The Clangers.
I used to love that when I was a kid. I'm quite impressed with your knowledge, Jen.
Huh?
I'm quite impressed with your knowledge of these older programs, mainly the British ones as well.
I grew up watching them. It's like I said, I was born in 1971, so
I was
right in
born in
that time period.
66. The
Fuck,
best
what
year,
a kid.
obviously.
What a kid.
But I watched all of them.
I was born in the 50s.
Oh, wow. That's what my dad was. My dad was born in like 53.
Yeah, 69. I was born. Good year, 1969.
Oh, yeah, you're 12 years younger than
years
me.
old,
I really can.
Yeah, I wonder why. 69? I'm joking.
Yeah. Well, you know.
You would have been
Oh,
born in
it was a
69.
good year,
for that, would
69. You think Neil Armstrong landed on the moon, first moonwalk. Concorde, apparently, Concorde had its first flight, and the Boeing 747 had its first flight.
Gilligan's Island. That's where they
yeah.
come
Then I
up.
was born. I was born to come and save the planet. Hey.
I remember in 69, it was, hey, with the monkeys.
UK.
Yes, mate, I'll be quiet.
Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. It was something about Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's Island.
It's a bit cheesy, wasn't it, Gilligan's Island?
Oh, God, we're going back that way. Love Boat.
Melvin Mayfield. Hey, Tiffany, how's it going?
Hi, Tiffany.
Hi, Tiff.
Myron, have you seen anything of 801 lately?
No.
No, they all stopped coming around here because they can never get a word in. What's funny?
Oh, boy.
What?
I must look. All right. Listen, I must admit, the other night I was a little bit animated. Talking
Which night?
About 3 nights ago, wasn't it? 2-3 nights ago, when Wandering was on here, and I got a bit animated when he started saying about the food shortage because of what.
I watched Truth.
How many times have I had to cut you off today already with UK?
No.
I've counted 3 since I got home that you lost what you were thinking about to say.
I counted 3.
Oh, me?
Yeah, anytime you're about to say something and then you got pissed off and you forgot what you were going to say because you got cut off. We're at number 3 today.
Not all down to me.
No, not just you. No.
Oh, thank
Just
you.
the people,
Right.
just.
I'll pull my cuff back down. I'll put the Stanley knife back down in the corner.
Hey, what's truth?
So, when was the last time anybody
you,
saw
Truth.
801?
Huh?
He was on another show a few nights ago. He was talking about getting a job.
Oh,
So maybe he's working now.
that's cool.
Working
Yeah,
with-
have his context.
Oh.
No, just if he's listening, I hope you're okay, bro. Haven't seen you for a while. Just making sure you're okay. That's it.
Well, I don't know what's keeping him away, but when he wants to come back, he can.
Who's this? I'm like missing on who you're trying to look for.
801 Life.
801 Life, yeah.
Oh.
Where does he live again? I forget. He's from
Salt
Myron.
Lake.
Where does he live?
I thought Enon lived out there in Canada.
Yeah, Utah.
Utah.
Oh.
So, no, he didn't live in Salt Lake City. He lives east of there. But I can't remember what the town is.
basically, he's a good geezer. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I haven't seen him post any videos in a while.
He's had a few ups and downs in the past few months, but he's all right. He's all right. He can take it on the chin. He gets on with it. Still got snow, Myron?
Yep.
Oh.
It was 5 above today, but the snow never went away.
How deep is it?
Oh, it's not very freaking deep. Nah.
What does
United States, New York got hammered.
Half an inch, maybe.
Oh,
big time.
I thought a Canadian would say it's not very deep. It's only about 15 feet.
Not here. Here, there's hardly. We never get too much snow usually. But
It's Buffalo, I think, right?
Cold.
We get 2 inches of snow in the UK, and the whole country grinds to a bloody halt.
Not that much, Glenn. It's
Well, what about the other year when they throw shut? Well, they had 2 and a bit inches of snow.
When those little sugar shaker things, that's all you need. Like you put on top of your coffee.
Well, about 2 inches of snow, and they throw Grant to halt for 3 days. 2 inches of bleeding snow.
If that.
Fucking 2 inches of snow don't even worry us. Even if we're in a plane, they'll fucking scrape off the runway. If the snow is freezing on the wings, they'll hit her with antifreeze and alcohol to knock it all off before the plane takes off.
Couldn't believe that. A couple of inches of snow, and one of the busiest airports in the world.
Shut down.
3 days it was shut down, wasn't it? Bit of bleeding snow.
Airports, trains, everything.
Road network,
schools
wasn't it?
down. They closed the schools down.
That's
Everything.
right. Well, I remember when I was a kid, it snowed. You walk. I mean, my walk to school was from my house, from my parents' house to my school was 2 miles. And it doesn't matter what the weather was throwing at you, you went.
Yeah, holes in your shoes, whatever. You had to go
you
to
walked
school.
through it. Whether it was rain, wind. You walk there, you done a day at school, then you walk back.
And there's no heating on. You just put some gloves on.
Yeah, the school didn't have heating, or if it did have heating, it weren't working properly. So you're just sitting there with your coat on in the classroom.
Exactly.
Those were the days.
Well, I was
See little oil heaters. It didn't give out any heat.
Yeah, oil-filled heaters that didn't eat nothing. Yeah.
if the heaters went out in our school, they would send us home. They
Really?
would try and keep us there.
Yeah, but Myron, your temperature is slightly a bit of a difference between what we get. We're talking like
But you're telling your story, I'm telling mine to counterbalance yours.
you're like up to minus 40 over there.
It's been colder than that here.
Yeah. That's when we get in the UK, you get people going, "Oh, look, it's so cold. Look at us." I said, "Have you seen what the fucking Canadians do? Have you seen what weather they endure?" And they seem to carry on okay.
Yeah, I've got a mate of mine who lives in northern Norway, in Bodø in northern Norway, and they regularly in the winter they get 2 meters of snow. The temperatures are minus 25, minus 30. Their international airport open, roads open, schools, shops, road links open. Don't stop them. In Norway, Sweden, Denmark, all around that way.
It's the biggest thing, Glenn, isn't it? When you get a little bit of snow, I mean a fucking dusting, they empty the supermarkets out. Bread, eggs, milk, everything is fucking gone.
Fucking mad, don't I?
Panic buying.
And then a week later, they're chucking it all out because it's gone off.
Yeah.
It was like that first lockdown we had, wasn't it? When they said,
my
country, you toilet rolls, wasn't it? Toilet rolls, shampoo,
pasta,
bread, milk, eggs, dairy. You name it, it was gone. And then 2 weeks later, the council were going round, picking all these bin bags up of rotting food because people had bought so much of it they couldn't eat it, and it gone off. And then they say, oh, it's food shortage.
True story.
Send me that one for free, will you?
I'd have gone rummaging through it myself. Said that's all right. Just cut the mould off of that. So when people chuck cheese out, why'd you chuck the cheese out? Oh, it had some mould on it. Well, cut the bloody mould off.
It's cheese. It's supposed to get.
How do you think they make it?
Actually, if you set it out and leave it out of the fridge, just leave it on a counter. Well, you guys got more moisture, so that makes a difference over there. But here, if I throw a block of cheese just on the counter or something, it'll dry out before any mold gets on it.
Yeah.
And if it's dry, well, you can still use it. It's not bad.
I had an ex-partner years ago. I said, where's all the veg gone out of the fridge? I threw it out. What'd you throw it out for? Well, it's been in there a week.
Glenn, go back to your ex-partner, because my boy's got a girlfriend. We went away on a holiday a while ago. We come back and bless her. She cleaned out all the drawers, the cutlery drawers. She cleaned out the cupboards and the fridge and the freezer. When I mean cleaned it out, the freezer was empty. Big freezer full of really nice meat. The reason why she threw the meat out the freezer, because some of the labels were out of the sell-by date in the freezer. Yeah, I know. That's exactly why I come home.
I used to get, and I say, where's all the parsnips and the sprouts? I threw them out. What do you throw them? Well, we bought them last week. I said, they've been in the chiller cabinet of the fridge. They keep for months.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't want to get food poisoning. I said, how are you going to get food poisoning if a Brussels sprout has been in the fridge for a week? Oh, geez, it drive me insane. Where's the cheese? I threw it out. Why? It's growing mould on it. Well, cut the mould off. Get a grater, grate the mould off, and the cheese is as good as new. Oh, well,
where do you think that they got penicillin from? It was from eating
From
things.
the mold.
Yeah, the mould. Because it's natural bacteria.
Yep. That's why I get so mad when they're like, oh, we got to sterilize this, sterilize that. It's like, well, how is our body supposed to react to it if it's never going to meet the, whatever infection or whatever for it to bite? The immune system ain't going to fight it if it doesn't get a taste of it.
Where's that bag of potatoes gone? Oh, they were sprouting, so I threw them out. What do you mean they were sprouting? You threw them out? Just peel them.
Or plant them.
And I was just coming to that point, because that's what I used to do when I used to get potatoes that had gone a little bit soft. They were sprouting. The ones that sat in the bottom of the cup in the food larder, and I've forgotten about. I used to have pots outside in the back garden. I used to take them out, stick them in pots.
Yeah.
In the summer months, and then 6 weeks later, I used to pull them up, and you'd have bloody great bowl of new potatoes on there. Absolutely succulent, sweet, fresh new potatoes. I threw them out.
Not lost. My last bit.
The internet's acting up. Everybody's froze on my end,
Yeah, mine goes in and out too.
including me.
Yeah, I threw them out. We used to spend more on groceries a week that, what we spent in a week on groceries, you could have stretched it a month easy.
Oh, yeah.
I think people can start realising that now at the moment with the cost of living. So maybe the cost of living thing is not such a bad thing. People might start to appreciate what they've got for a change.
That's what I used to say. You say, where's that stem of broccoli? I threw it out. Why'd you throw it out? Well, the stems have gone all soft. We're starting to go soft. Brilliant. It takes less time to cook. Because the stems are already soft, the cooking time's reduced. And you've got more flavour because all the flavour of the juices are coming out of the vegetable into it. So you can have that much more flavour out of it.
Do you realize? I mean,
No, Susie, you were good.
With the recession, how do you think our grandparents got through it? They were even poorer than we were.
Yeah. Well, especially like the UK and Europe, and like during the Second World War. I mean, Christ, I mean, it was ration food then. You had a ration book.
Right.
No one had a garden. They used their garden as a potato patch, vegetable patch.
Yeah, and that was all collected
used to grow food.
Yeah, and it was used to grow food. That was all collected by the government, which was then issued out to the shops. And you went down with your ration book in the war, and you got what was it, an ounce of butter, 1 egg, an ounce of cheese or something like that, wasn't it? And that was your ration for the week. If you ate it in a week or in a day, you went hungry for a week. But nowadays, it's
there was a black market.
Oh yeah, the old black market, can't beat that. But but now it's just throwaway culture, isn't it? You know, oh, it's been in the fridge 3 days. Chuck it out, chuck it out, chuck it out.
Oh, it's near its sell-by date. I mean, like I said the other day, I don't know if he was on his stream at the time, Glenn. I went to Aldi's, and I know what time to go in there, and I bought something like £50, well, 45 quid's worth of food, meat, like joints and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For how much was it? 75% off. So it's about £4. Yeah, £4.50 or something like that. It's something stupid. And I just put it in the freezer. There's nothing wrong with it. Even if I leave it out for a few more days, it's only a guideline sell by date. It's only a guideline.
It's a guide. You think a joint of beef like or a hung steak? It's been hung for 28 days anyway.
Yeah.
And then so they put it. You buy it and you think, oh, I don't fancy it tonight. I'll have it tomorrow. And then it goes past its sell by date. It's already been hung for 28 days. You smell it. It smells of meat. It smells fresh. There's nothing wrong with it.
And even then, where do you think we get curries from? The reason why Indians, Pakistans and stuff like that created curries, they used the spices to mask the smell of the off meat that was still okay to eat.
That's why years ago, when you get the word salted beef, like in the Royal Navy, going back, a couple of hundred years, they used to roll the fresh meat in salt and then put it in barrels, oak barrels, and seal the barrels because the salt used to form an airtight barrier around the meat to stop the meat from going off. And that's where you get the phrase salted beef and salted this and salted that because it's just all wrapped in salt.
And that's a true story. And pickling. I mean, people got to start learning. Like I said, what I said earlier on about respect your elders, because they're the ones that can teach us the ways that these like governments and supermarkets and the schools and the colleges will not teach you how to prep food and preserve it.
I don't do so much now, but years back when I was in a relationship, stuff like that, I always used to have pickled eggs, pickled beetroot, pickled red cabbage, pickled onions, pickled shallots, carrots. I used to do sliced carrots and pickle them, and they're bloody lovely, especially around a barbecue. You get all the pickles out. Cool.
I mean, cured meat as well, like Parmesan ham and stuff like that. That's been hung up in a. I don't think kids know how it's produced these days. They don't understand.
Yeah, well, if it hasn't got McDonald's or Kentucky Fried Chicken on the front, they ain't got a clue.
Yeah, that's shit, isn't it?
Well, a lot of kids don't even know what a fucking farm is. They think the meat comes from the store. They don't know that it comes from anywhere else.
Yeah. It's like I went out hunting one day, went out shooting years ago, and got a lovely big rabbit, nice clean edge shot, thank you very much.
Dispatched.
Gutted it in the field because the foxes and that will eat the guts, so they get a free feed. I brought it home, and she went, "What's that?" I went, "It's a rabbit." She went, "What are you going to do with that?" I said, "I'm going to skin it and I'm going to cook it." "Oh, I'm not eating that." "Why not?" "Well, it's a rabbit." "And you eat chicken, don't you? You eat pork, you eat beef, you eat lamb, you eat fish. It's a rabbit." No different. And it hasn't been false fed on foods that have been got fattening agents and God knows what else agents in it. It's eating grass all its life. It's just been out in the woods, in the fields, eating grass.
And dandelions.
And dandelions and whatever else it can get hold of. Bloody great fat buck rabbit. I roasted it up and she wouldn't eat it. So I had it. Ate a lot. Thank you very much. There you go.
I mean, look at the Chinese. Is it a Chinese? Yeah, Chinese. When they do those eggs, they ferment eggs. And
yeah.
How many years out of date are they? And they still eat them.
Oh yeah.
I've not had one, by the way, but.
The ones they call balut.
Pardon?
The ones they call balut.
When they crack them, they're like a blue color. They go fermented for. Oh, was it?
Yeah. What's the name of the eggs? I think it's called balut, but I'm not sure.
I can't quite remember myself that one, Marlon. I'll find out.
What are we looking?
That fish they do in a tin that no one can eat. It makes you puke.
Well, they're the worst Karens for sure, Susie.
Oh shoot! Got something.
Is everyone googling it?
You guys get to see me actually making or putting the meatloaf together. Oh, yeah.
Just like that. Oh. Ooh, ah.
Century eggs.
What's the temperature in here? Oh, 14.7 degrees. Aha, perfect.
Century eggs. What did you say they're called, Byron?
What's the matter?
Balut?
No, it's century eggs they're called, apparently.
What's that? The fermented Chinese ones?
Yeah.
Century eggs. I've heard of them. I've never actually sort of seen them. I've definitely never tasted them. So.
Century is 100 years, so they're 100 years old to be a century egg.
Oh, my blanket's fighting me now.
Here, Myron. If anybody acts up, I'll just knock them over with this.
Yeah.
Roll the toilet paper.
Nope. Cutting board.
Oh.
Gotta cut up the onions.
Oh, yeah, you can't beat onions. Love onions. That's better. Anyway, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh,
Cheers.
Fuck it. Hang on. There we go. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Stop hiding.
Oh, this is just for Jason. Look, special glass I got imported.
Nice glass.
Thank you very much. You see
Nice
my
piece of
hot
glass
glass.
you got there.
I picked these ones up at my local boot fair the other year.
I haven't
seen this style of glass for absolutely donkey's years.
Yeah, that's the Second World War, isn't it? That style one.
Somewhere around the era. It's the original sort of like Coca-Cola. No, on camera.
Yeah, from the 40s.
Yeah, because I'm only using the camera on the laptop. I haven't got a separate camera yet, so I'll have to invest in it. I think.
Okay. Balut is a fertilized developing egg embryo that is boiled or steamed and eaten right from the shell.
How would you spell that? B-U?
B-A-L-U-T.
Let's have a look.
It's not a 100-year egg, but it is.
Right, it's also known as balut and century egg. So you're correct in what you said.
Oh,
It's
I didn't read that
known
part.
as.
Thank you very much, Susie.
Oh, so once again.
You're my phone a friend forever.
That's the way my luck went the last time I played fucking Poker Stars too, Jason.
It's not going so well.
Yeah, it didn't go well. I lost, I don't know, 8 or 9 games in a row.
Careful, guys. Your eyes are going to get watery.
I'm already crying.
Oh, that's one thing you can't beat. That's one dish I love. Liver with fried onions, peas, mushrooms.
Ew, liver. Ew.
Liver. Oh, love liver.
Oysters.
Oh, I can't eat oysters. I tried an oyster once, and I was gagging on it. I tried it, and I was just like, I swallowed it. And I was like, oh, it's like no. As much as I like seafood, but I can't eat oysters.
Even if they're cooked,
You have a terrible palate. It's okay. It's fair enough.
Yeah.
And then I think they're so expensive. I don't know what they're like in Canada for price, but here,
I guess depending where you get it from too.
Yeah.
Could be different on flavor.
It's expensive in the center of Canada, but on the edges, it's a lot cheaper because that's where the ocean is.
Well, we got a little seaside town.
Most popular ones are Malpeque oysters, which come from Malpeque.
Well, we got a little seaside
just down the road from me.
Yeah, nice. Well, we've got a little seaside down called Whitstable on the Kent coast, and it's literally when you stand on the beach where I live, you look across the sea, you can see the mainland, you can see Whitstable, and they have big oyster farms out there, but they're like rock oysters. We call them rock oysters. And
I ran out of red ones, Susie. I used to have the red ones, and I ran out, and I didn't know it.
Not that I eat them. We was down there last summer. We went out for the day, and there was like 6 oysters. They got like the seafood stalls there, and 6 oysters were like £10, £10. No, 10 UK pounds for 6 oysters, and I thought, not that I eat them, and that price I wouldn't pay it either.
I usually get mine for free or very little.
It's down where I live because the sea's the beaches are very shallow where I am. And when the tide goes out, and when low tide, it can be sort of like 300-400 meters out. It's that flat before it shelves off into the Atlantic, the North Sea. But if we get a big like northeasterly storm or northerly storm, obviously the waves come right up over the top of the tide, and it rips the oyster beds up. And then when the tide goes back out, the beach is literally just covered with rock oysters. You get loads of people down there collecting them. And cockles. And you just walk along and just skim them straight off the top of the sand. But, yes. Again, seafood, I like seafood, but it's not cheap in this country now. Seafood used to be, it used to not even be a treat. It'd be Sunday lunchtime, you go out for a few beers.
Prison food.
Used to walk past the seafood stall. So, I'll have half a pint of cockles, half a pint of shrimps. I used to sell them by the half pint. I think what else we've got? We've got winkles. I'll have half a pint of winkles. Then Sunday evening, you just sit down with your black pepper and vinegar, hook them out the shells, and we'll sit there and have a feast on them. But now, like seafood now in this country, it's just
expensive.
So expensive. Even in the supermarkets, it's expensive.
Yeah, it is.
I think last time I was down in Laysdown, I got a seafood stall down there in the summer because obviously all the tourists come down and they just spend the money because they're on holiday. I think half a pint of cockles was like £6.
Bloody hell.
And it's half a pint of cockles. That ain't a lot of cockles. But once you start eating them, half a pint of cockles is nothing.
Bar clams are good.
Century egg and the blue
clams.
Two different things.
Yeah, bar clam. This guy.
Yeah, I see it. Bar clam. Yeah.
I mean, Glenn, when we go down to, we live down in Spain. We lived at South Alicante for 3 months normally.
Yeah.
In the summertime, and I live like a king on seafood there. It is so cheap.
Oh, I was out in Benidorm in. When did we go? Oh, look at that.
There's some good.
Yeah, we was out in Benidorm. We went out in March. We just got a really cheap flight from Stansted, cheap hotel. It was with my ex-partner. We just said, "Should we go? Let's just do it." You know, I've lifted lockdown now. We can fly. The restrictions are down traveling now. We said, let's just go. And like I say, we was even in Benidorm, and food prices and meals, and especially we found a seafood bar. And cool, yeah, the array of seafood, they had dressed crabs and everything, and it was beautiful and it was cheap. You know, it was a few euros really. It worked out, and cool.
Those eat as much as you like Chinese ones are good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're good. The buffet restaurants are good.
Yeah, cheap as chips. They even do frog's legs over there.
Yeah. It's like when I was in Tenerife in May. I had a week down in Tenerife. And I was half board at my hotel. And the evening meals at the hotel, the food they were serving was absolutely amazing.
Jason, is that your porn bombing?
Yep. That's my supper.
Yeah, when we was having
just put their knees together right now.
Yeah, it was just like, I'm a bit jealous now.
I like clams.
Razorfish, all that. I mean, you get everything like that over in Spain. I mean, you can go and sit down. It's like €10 each, which was about £8 each. And you can eat as much as you like. They've got everything. Every fucking lobster was a bit on the side, but everything else is there. Crabs, razorfish, oysters. Fucking hell, you can eat as many oysters as you wanted. And then you got all the other stuff as well, the other food.
Yeah, there's some good stuff out in Spain, some good restaurants there.
UK.
Yes, mate.
Why did you blow smoke up my ass?
Huh?
You told me the blute and the 100-year-old egg were the same thing. They're not. 100-year-old egg is Chinese, and it comes from being wrapped in clay for 100 years.
Right, let's have a look. Right, so
blute is a fertilized egg, which means the chicken and the rooster had a little something going.
Well, it
and before the embryo starts growing inside the egg and it gets feathers on it, that's when they think it's ready to eat.
I just read that. I've just read the what do you call it? Filipino snack is made of. Right. Like Filipino snack is made of hard boiling egg, typically with a duck embryo, resulting in somewhere between a duck and a hard boiled egg. Can be particularly gruesome and sick to be and a sight to behold. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of difference. I just reading the headlines of the newspaper kind of thing. Century egg. Oh, but then again, Wikipedia says century egg and balut food.
Come on, common sense. Century egg. How old has it got to be?
Yes, Susie. We have a little fishing port called Queenborough on the Isle of Sheppey where I live, and where they land the catch there, we have a little, a smallish seafood market. They do everything, all the shellfish, crabs, jellied eels, the lot. So yeah, we've got a little fish market just down the road. Fresh fish or filleted. You can either buy it filleted or whole, or they'll fillet it for you on whatever you want. And it's a little bit cheaper than the seafood stalls because you're buying it direct from the port rather than buying it where they've sold it onto the seafood vans who then sell it onto you. But yes, Susan, it's a good little market. It's lovely. And it's all fresh catch of the day, all landed that morning. So it's all fresh.
And just like you
Hi, guys.
Dogs are having a fit too.
I know it's not my husband yet because it's only 5:30. We're going on 5:30. I'm gonna get one of those automatic choppers for me. Eventually, after I get everything else caught up. Got some stuff I still gotta catch up on.
I think you probably just need a better knife.
No, it's with my left hand. It doesn't want to all the time work right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes, Susie, it's a lot cheaper to buy it from the seafood market than from the shops.
Yeah.
And it's fresher because it's landed that morning, so it's fresh as
Yeah,
fresh
but you
as
have to
what we
get
call
down there early, don't you? You have to get
the best fish. Yeah, you've got to get there. You've got to get there mid morning latest to get the the decent fish. Whereas if you go in the afternoon, they tend to sold out. That's it. They tend to sold out of the. They've still got really nice fish, yeah, but not as much selection as. You get.
Hey! Hold on, guys.
I stayed down at Padstow, been down on the docks there, and it's only more to go to Rick Stein's. He only charges more from what we're buying it. Obviously, he's probably got a good deal directly from them.
Yeah.
The Rick Stein's good. He's a really good fish chef.
Yeah, you can get. Like when I lived up in North East England, when I used to live up there, we used to go down on a Sunday morning. We used to go down to Tynemouth docks on a Sunday morning.
Why do you call him excuse me, Glenn, but why do you call him a fisher? He's a fisherman. He's always been a fisherman.
That might be a good
Don't
point.
believe this new bullshit they try and tell you. You don't have to go along with everything that everybody else tells you.
Oh, actually.
Yes, Susie, you've got it right there. That's
Fishers.
what they do.
Yeah, fisheries. I think
Fisheries.
what Glenn's trying to say is the fisheries.
Fishermen, yeah, but you said fishers.
I think it's
Sorry, I must have been mistaken with my pronunciation there.
It wasn't you, it was UK that said it.
I think it's just an abbreviation.
I could tell your voices apart.
Yeah, that's we used to go down to like Tynemouth docks on a Sunday morning, and they had all the fish there laid out. You get some cracking fish. Then you had the sea houses further up the coast, just past Amble. You had the big smoke houses where they used to do all the smoked fish.
Yeah.
And you used to get like the fresh, not fresh smoke kippers, but you used to get the smoke kippers come straight out the smokery, and they were still hot.
Yummy.
And we used to drive up there, and we used to have a bit of time in Amble. And then we used to drive up to sea houses, get the fresh smoked kippers, and then we used to have them for Sunday tea.
How you doing, Nancy?
Who's Nancy?
Yeah, I agree with you, Susie. Fisherman.
I mean, people still use the terminology postman, delivery guy, delivery man.
Yeah. Why the fuck do we have to change everything just because we're told to? By fucking somebody younger and dumber, usually.
Equality.
That's why we're saying it now.
Our fathers fought for freedom of speech.
Yep, too right.
Yeah. And I guess I've got to say it, guys. Thanks for coming up today. The day went by really fast.
In a blink of an eye.
Nice, good. Yeah, it's half 11 already.
And chat. Susie. Genty's up here. Fuck, it's only been Susie for What's Truth is way back there. So I'll say thanks to everybody that was in chat. Yeah, I hope you have a good night, Susie.
Thank you.
Later.
And I'll follow